All right, we're live. Let's see what's popping, shall we? Check this out. Got the Chelsea cap on, haven't we? Let's get it up on that screen there. Got a pretty nifty little setup going on today. It seems to me like it's always better to stream on an iPhone than it is to stream anywhere else. Yes, Max is in, Liam Martin is in. We are 30 seconds in. And I'm about to get open the stream and see what's going on. I know that the starting 11 has been released. I am still very much unaware of what that is. We're going to give it a go. Just going to click here for details. And I've already signed up to watch. What are you talking about? Okay. Yes, welcome to everybody who's in the stream. There's 50 people so far. Got my Chelsea cap on, of course. It's pre-season. Wouldn't have it any other way. All right, 51 way. Oh, hello, that's me again. Let me just mute it on the screen. Yeah, so let me just quickly shut my door. Give me a sec. Back in my office. There's really no need for the light to be here, to be fair. Gives us a bit more room today to work with stuff. Welcome to everybody who is in the stream. If you have just arrived, we're going to be streaming for a couple of hours today. We're going to be watching Chelsea versus St. Patrick's. St. Patrick's are a team from Dublin, Ireland, I believe. Obviously, we expect Chelsea to get the win today after we drew 1-1 in the first pre-season friendly. But I think it's going to be a chance to see a lot more different players than we saw the other night. Obviously, we saw two different 11s that Frank Lampard put out in the first and second halves in the game 2 or 3 days ago. So I think we're going to see a lot more different players today. I think 8 of the players that were on the pre-season tour, including Lucas Piazon, who I was very unhappy with on Wednesday or Thursday night. I will not be showing the game. I'm not allowed to show the game. I don't have the rights to broadcast the game. And if I was to show the game, instead of just doing this, I would get my channel shut down, which, considering things are going so well, would be a bit of a waste of everybody's time, wouldn't it, really? So I think the game is available for £1.99. Is this the shirt from the Bangkok vlog? Yes, it is. Very good knowledge. Okay. We are live. I'm just tweeting it out now, guys. If any of you can tweet out the stream, get some more people in here, potentially retweet my tweet, I would be very grateful of that kind of support. We are live. Chelsea versus St. Patrick's. Frank Lampard's second pre-season friendly. In charge. Oh, whatever if I could spell friendly right. In charge of the Blues. In Dublin, Ireland. Join me now on the live stream for chats, discussions, and much more. Boom. All right, tweeted out from the account. Boomtown. Almost 100 people in the stream already. 12 minutes till kickoff. And I'm not going to lie, I can't seem to open the game, which completely sucks. Find out how I've already got it. I don't care about my refund. I just want to watch the game that's happening right now. I don't care about my refund for the other night. The Chelsea website is so shit sometimes, don't you think? Like, there's so many stupid things that go on. Okay, watch live now. Great. I think I've finally found it. We're going to mute the audio for now. Oh, please log in. Can you do me a favour and just stop making this any more complicated than it needs to be? All right, George Benson, football account. Are we live? We are live. We're going to mute everything. I'm going to go over to Twitter on my right-hand side. We've actually got a pretty good setup today. I'm watching the match in the screen in front of me behind you guys. And I've got Twitter and everything going live over on my right-hand side, streaming on my iPhone. It's so much easier. I tried to set up a stream on my Mac. You've got to download software, you've got to get this, you've got to get that. And my IMAX camera is only 720p, and this camera is not 720p. So, I mean, I don't think it's 720p. I definitely hope it isn't 720p. Oh wow, it is 720p. Well, that sucks. I could have done it all along on my iMac, but it is what it is. Could I go live every day? I mean, there's not really a point of going live every day. I've been putting out videos every single day. All right, once we get to 50 likes on the stream, I'm going to be that guy again now. Once we get the stream up to 50 likes, I will go through the lineup. We'll discuss the lineup. Obviously, I've got to do it anyway. I'm just trying to get the likes going on the stream if I can, because I'm being one of those little tuna melts. Anyway, let's go and type in Chelsea. Let's get it from the official page. Chelsea FC Twitter. Yes, we almost went to 50 likes very quick. Okay, this is a very exciting lineup. It's up on my screen now. Willy Caballero's in goal. Zappacosta gets a start again. Tomori, David Luiz and Emerson. Jorginho playing in the number 5. Mason Mount starts. Kovacic, Barkley, Batshuayi and Tammy Abraham. This is a very, very exciting pre-season team. I think Frank Lampard looked at match number 1 and he's like, right, we're going to give this one to the youth. And after that didn't go 100% as planned. Let's look at the bench quickly. Jamie Cumming again, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Zuma, Alonso, Pedro, Bakayoko, Billy Gilmore on the bench again, Kennedy, Kasey Palmer, and the man with the diving header from the Europa League final, Olivier Giroud. This is a very, very exciting Chelsea team today. I think we're going to obviously go out and win this match now. But the reason we didn't beat Bohemians is quite clearly because we had very few, if only a couple, of our main starters. So, yeah, this is decent. Where's Ethan Ampadu? He is not in the squad, which is a shame, but I think he played well enough in his first match that it's not a case of he wasn't good enough so that he's not involved in this one. I think it's simply a case of, well, yeah, just giving everybody as much time as possible. Boom. This is great. Let's take a look at the chat, see what you guys are saying over here. All right, Shane Murray is a St. Patrick's fan. I think you might be ever so slightly outnumbered here today, unfortunately, but we'll try and be nice to you. It's only a friendly. Dublin's awesome, by the way. I really like Dublin. It's one of my favourite places to go. Especially for a little pint of Guinness. I might have a beer today, guys. What do you reckon? Beers on stream? This isn't monetized, so it's not like I'm going to get in trouble with anybody. I've not made a single penny from the football channel yet. None of the videos are monetized. Thoughts on Ross Barkley? My thoughts on Ross Barkley. I think it's kind of a weird one because I really want him to succeed. It's a bit like everybody. I want them to succeed, but I just don't know if he's good enough for Chelsea. He's had a lot of potential, but potential is a word that's thrown around so much in football, and eventually you have to stop using the word potential just because they had potential when they were younger. If by the time we're talking about it 4 or 5 years after making the initial statement, he no longer has potential, he's just not as good as people anticipated he was going to be. So, yeah, that's just where I stand on that one. Let me just count everybody who has joined. Thank you to everybody who's tweeted out the stream. Thank you to everybody who's retweeted my tweet. Lewis, you asked me about Zappacosta. Somebody left a really good comment which explains Zappacosta so well on my video the other day, the reaction to the match. And it was, Zappacosta is a player who thinks he's an 8.5 out of 10, so he tries to do things that like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 player would do, fails, and then just carries on being a 6 out of 10 player forever. That's pretty much what Zappacosta is, in my opinion. So we've got 2 strikers today. What do we think about that, guys, in the chat? 2 strikers, Tammy Abraham and Michy Batshuayi, starting up front together. Olivier Giroud is the obvious choice to come off the bench. To be honest, it looks like a 4-2-2-2. Or a 4-1-2-1-2. Yeah, 4-1-2-1-2, because Jorginho is playing in front of the defenders. But I'm excited about 2 strikers. We very rarely see Chelsea playing with 2. You'd like Abraham and a Pedro combo. That could work, maybe. Pedro's been a good servant for Chelsea, but I think it's time, particularly in these friendlies, to start bleeding those youngsters in. I'm excited for this game, guys. I'm just watching the little pre-match build-up now over on the Chelsea app. By the way, little good idea that I've got. If you want to watch the stream and watch the game at the same time, of course, I'm not actually live streaming the football on the pitch because I'm not allowed to do that. But maybe get one up on your laptop, get one up on your phone, or whatever. Steal your grand's phone, steal your mum's phone for the day. Just tell them it's important. It's important. I think maybe they'd like the stream as well. Let me know if you're watching with your dad or your mum or your gran or anything. Or if you just watch it on your own. Let me know where you guys are from in the chat as well. Who do you support? Are we all Chelsea fans in here, or is this a broader spectrumed event? You still have to pay for the stream. Yes. They refunded people for the first match because it was a bit of a screw up, to be honest. But I'm sure they've worked a bit harder to make sure it's fixed for today. 250 people in the stream. Welcome, and thank you very much for joining. 270 people in the stream. Amazing. Live in Margate, Chelsea through and through. Someone's from the Netherlands. Australia, nice one. Dedication. Chelsea fan from Jordan, Nuki. Carlo in Ireland, an hour from Dublin. Rian, you should have gone to the game, bro. New Zealand, Sweden, Kuwait, Sweden, Belgium. We've got some people from all over the world in here. This is class. India, Wales, Liverpool, Finland. Thoughts on Bakayoko? We'll go into that in a little bit. Sophie is from Dubai. Kieran Morris, he says he's from Congo. Kind of don't believe him, though. Tammy scores a hat-trick. Yeah, what do we think? Predictions. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff. It's probably a good time now to give predictions. We can't give predictions once the game has kicked off. Otherwise, that's slightly unfair. I think this is a very, very strong Chelsea team. I'm excited for Mason Mount. I'm going to go with 5-1, which someone has just said that. Abhishek Venkatadri has just said 5-1. I'm going to say 5-1. Maybe I'm getting carried away. But yeah, it'd be nice to win well today. I think a lot of people thought it was a bad result, the 1-1 draw against Bohemians. But I think a lot of that was through like the Frank Lampard dream debut tinted glasses. Drink on stream, it's fine. Oh, don't worry. If when it's time for a beer, it's time for a beer. I've got a fridge right next to me, actually. You have a great channel, bro. Love from India. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. If you guys didn't already know, I say this is a one-man band. I posted a video this morning. I didn't want to, just because we're doing a live stream, I didn't want to have a day where I don't post the video as well. So there was a video that went out this morning. We talked about the race for the top four, gave some reasons why there could be some new candidates for European football in the Premier League next season. Yuri says 4-1 with 2 goals for Batshuayi. I'd like that. I just want to see some goals. Like, it was from a commentary perspective. I'm going to try and commentate the game as best I can myself again today. For those of you not watching and who aren't paying for the stream, it got so dull, that other match. It was boring, especially in the second half. Like, the intensity dropped so much that it was kind of difficult for me to maintain like some good energy. William Butler loves the new channel. Thank you, William. I appreciate it. It's going well. I'm very, very happy with how things are going. Some of the videos are doing really, really well, like 10,000 plus views, which is mad. And yeah, we're closing in on 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not yet subscribed, be sure to click the button, click the bell, so you'll get notified whenever I upload a new video. Especially if I start throwing in some cheeky Saturday morning videos that you weren't expecting. Have I been to Cornwall? Yes, Tom, I have. One of my best friends lives in Cornwall, and I'm going back in August for Boardmasters Festival. Well done on the new channel. Thank you very much. Love to you and Tilda. I will pass it on. All right, guys, the players are coming out onto the pitch. Willy Caballero is back in goal again. We've got no Kepa on the bench today. I do believe he's actually joined up with the team, but I'm sure we're going to see him in the bigger friendlies that we've got coming up against the likes of Barcelona in Japan. Gutted I'm not going to the game. I think it would make for some sick football travel content, but it's quite expensive to get to Japan. And I've got some other stuff going on. Nice to see Chelsea mascot there. It looks like St. Patrick's players are going along the line, shaking hands with everybody. Batshuayi starting for the second match in a row in pre-season. Very exciting times. Looking at the Chelsea team once more, we're going to go through it. Willy Caballero, Zappacosta, Tomori, David Luiz, Emerson, Jorginho, Mason Mount, Ross Barkley, Kovacic, Batshuayi, and Tammy Abraham. It looks as though Kovacic and Mason Mount are going to be the two in the middle of the park, with Ross Barkley playing just behind Tammy and Batshuayi, Jorginho just in front of the centre-backs. Any news regarding Hudson-Odoi's recovery? I think Hudson-Odoi's recovery is going better than expected. Loftus-Cheek's recovery, I think we're probably going to have to wait until around Christmas, from what I've heard on Ruben Loftus-Cheek, which is sad, but it is what it is. It's a very big injury. Sometimes injuries like the one Ruben has, you don't come back the same player. You actually come back a worse player than you were before because it doesn't heal properly. So we've got to really hope that the recovery is a strong recovery for Ruben. We don't want to rush him at any point during that recovery, even if things start to get a little bit desperate for us at the start of the season. I don't think we're going to have a bad start to the season. What about Rudiger? I think Rudiger probably will be back for the start of the season. Reece James, I think, will miss the start of the season. We've actually got quite a few injuries, haven't we? N'Golo Kante still hasn't featured yet in pre-season. He won't feature today either. He picked up a knock before the Europa League final, and he's still recovering from that one. Yes, Mohammed, I'm doing very well. Almost 300 of you in the stream now, which is awesome. Welcome, guys. We're going to be live for a couple of hours today. We're basically going to be commentating, reacting, analysing what we're seeing on the pitch. We've got a lot more first-team players or players that are definitely going to be featuring a lot more next season in the 11 today for Chelsea, which is very exciting. I think most exciting of them all is we're going to see Tammy Abraham linking up with Mason Mount today, which is sick. And kickoff is moments away on my screen. I believe I'm going to be about a minute behind. So if you don't want any spoilers, don't be checking Twitter. I'm not going to be checking Twitter from now. I'm just going to check it every couple of minutes or so and at half time. Jorginho saying his prayers before the game kicks off. Might have to shut my window. People are trying to enjoy their afternoons out in the garden, and here's me doing a semi-professional Chelsea commentary. I do have a microphone here in front of me, so it kind of looks legit, but it's not linked up right now. We're just using the iPhone. Someone says 3-0 Chelsea, stealth clarify. St. Patrick's are going to kick us off today. Looks like a beautiful afternoon in Dublin, Ireland. An afternoon kickoff, something we're going to get very excited about. Not quite a 3 p.m. Saturday in August, but a 2 p.m. in Dublin, Ireland in a warm July day. Looks pretty exciting to me. We've got lots of players on the pitch today for Chelsea that everybody is excited to see get some minutes under their belt, particularly the likes of Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham. Going to see what Ross Barkley can do behind the strikers. And Michy Batshuayi, who scored that goal against Bohemians in friendly number 1. He gets another run out here in the first half. I expect everything to change again in the second half as St. Patrick's kick us off all the way back to the goalkeeper, Michy Batshuayi, chasing it down early on, live from Richmond Park, or the garage, as we can say here on the George Benson football channel. Jorginho takes the free kick, gives it to David Luiz. Excited to see him back in the team. And Tomori, who obviously played against us last season for Derby in the Carabao Cup. He starts today for Chelsea alongside David Luiz at the back, with Zappacosta immediately running into the opposition's half, our right back. Jorginho's first touches of the ball in Chelsea's pre-season gives it to Kovacic, a new signing, permanent signing from Real Madrid, out wide to Zappacosta. Chelsea keeping the ball very well in the opening minute of this match. Jorginho looking for the pass, he gives the ball away, and St. Patrick's come forward, but Zappacosta makes the challenge. Chelsea keeping some early possession, looking good. David Luiz coming forward. Gives it out to Emerson, who I definitely think is going to be our first choice left back next season. David Luiz again into the middle of the park. Jorginho getting himself into a bit of trouble, and he gives the ball away for the second time in the first minute here, Jorginho. He's definitely going to need some minutes under his belt to get back to the pace of 90-minute football. St. Patrick's now coming forward into the Chelsea half for the first time. Giving it to their right back. They've actually got their names on the shirt. The Chelsea players don't, which is okay because I know who they are. It's all good. 300 people in the stream. Nice one. Welcome to everybody who has joined. There's a kid with a Ross Barkley sign asking for his shirt at the end of the game. I'm sure we'll see if he ends up giving him that at half-time. I'm sure he's going to come off at half-time. Here's Tomori for Chelsea, giving it to Zappacosta. It's looking as though Chelsea are definitely lining up with a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Here's Kovacic. Plays a nice ball out to Emerson. Chance to Emerson to get the ball into the box here. It's a very dangerous ball towards Tammy Abraham, but it's headed away. Emerson Nods it back to Kovacic. Now Jorginho. He's going to look to spray a pass and find his man for the first time. And he loses the ball again for the third time in the first 2 minutes. Jorginho's given it away. We're not going to scapegoat him. We're not going to look into it too much. I'm literally just saying what it looks like we have. Okay. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind not linking any of the streams, I'd appreciate that. We all know that you can watch the stream of the match live. This isn't the stream of the match live, but yeah. Okay. I need some moderators for the stream. I've just realized I can moderate things again, so I'll be keeping an eye on people that stay throughout the entire stream, and maybe you can become my first YouTube live stream moderator. Corner played in, taken in for Chelsea, and it was Tomori who gets his head on it. I was kind of losing attention there trying to moderate the chat. Tomori heads it. It looked as though it was deflected wide for another Chelsea corner, but a bright start so far for the Blues. Yeah, I'm not just going to pick a mod straight away. I'm going to wait and see who comments and who I can rely on to be here for all of my live streams. Now Mason Mount giving it to Ross Barkley. Zappacosta's made an overlapping run. Barkley decides to go back with the ball, giving it to Mason Mount, who holds onto it nicely, but he's crowded around by two Bohemians players. St. Patrick's players, sorry. This is why this is a semi-professional commentary. Here's Mateo Kovacic for Chelsea, giving it to David Luiz. Chelsea getting as many men as they can into the St. Patrick's half of the pitch. Now Michy Batshuayi coming up, holding the ball, gives it to Kovacic. Chelsea just being patient. They don't need to force anything here. St. Patrick's seem to have 11 men behind the ball, which could make it difficult to break down. That 5-1 prediction may not be the easiest thing to look for. Do I remember when you was known as the girder of a buffalo? Well, that definitely wasn't me, mate. That was that might have been somebody else, and that might have even been on another website. That wasn't me. Here's Ross Barkley for Chelsea, looking to find Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham with a nice little touch towards Batshuayi, but he doesn't manage to get his toe on it. But good link-up play early on between the front three. Barkley looking for Batshuayi and Abraham together. The final pass was the only thing missing there. What am I watching it on? I am watching it on the Chelsea website. I spent the £10.99 so that you guys don't have to. Let's put it that way. Here's Barkley again. Jorginho. Chelsea dominating the opening 5 minutes of this game. Kovacic. Don't think he's missed a pass yet. He's looking good. Mason Mount. Back to Kovacic. As soon as I said that, Mateo Kovacic gives the ball away, and St. Patrick's can come forward for just the second time in the opening 5 minutes. It's their number 11 here. Looks like the left back coming forward. Can he get a ball into the box? He decides to go inside, but Jorginho stands his ground and wins the ball back, giving it to Zappacosta. All right. Yes, it was herder of buffalo, not the girder of the buffalo. That wasn't me. But yeah. Here's Tomori bringing the ball away for Chelsea. Nice little knock out wide. Here's Mason Mount over on the left-hand side. He's got Emerson making an overlapping run. Mason Mount, that's a beautiful through ball towards Ross Barkley, and he looks as though he's out-muscled there. Barkley's claiming that it was a foul. It's going to be a Chelsea corner, but that's a beautiful through ball from Mason Mount, linking up nicely there with Ross Barkley. But Ross Barkley being out-muscled by, looks like the St. Patrick's centre-back. His name is Kelly. Chelsea with yet another corner. It's a very, very bright start. Oh, that looked like a corner to me. It's actually a goal kick. Got that one wrong completely. What do we reckon then? Still saying 3-0, 4-0, 5-1. Is Pulisic on the bench? No, he is going to be linking up with the squad, I believe, after this friendly. Don't jinx it. No, we're trying not to. Okay, that's another... I can see somebody else who keeps sending links. I'm going to hide the user. 2-0, Abraham and Mount both scoring. Well, that's kind of the dream for this one, isn't it? Yet again, we want to see the young players that everyone's talking so much about. We want to see them delivering the goals for us. That would be the dream, that's for sure. Thank you very much to Richard for tweeting out the stream. Richard Louis, you're a legend. Thank you very much. Come on, Chelsea. We're looking good here, you know. This is a much better game than the start. Tomori holding the ball nicely, gives it to David Luiz. Chelsea getting forward with David Luiz. It's a lovely knock forward to Michy Batshuayi. That's one of those classic David Luiz passes. He's got Barkley on the edge of the area. More Chelsea players flooding the area now. Batshuayi holding the ball up nicely. Gives it to Kovacic. Nice ball into the middle. Here's Mason Mount, knocks it again. Good football from Chelsea, but the end product not quite there. Everyone looking to find each other, holding the ball up nicely though. Michy Batshuayi, the man we spoke about the other night. He had a good first half, Batshuayi. And he's looking decent here. Maybe Batshuayi is more of a striker you want to have with somebody else up top with him. We're seeing that today with Tammy Abraham alongside Batshuayi. 8 minutes into the game, St Patrick's 0, Chelsea 0 in Dublin, Ireland on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I say beautiful, it's very cloudy outside of my office window right now, but it looks nice there, that's for sure. Okay, this guy is also going to get banned. Because, mate, if you're going to send links, I'm just going to ban you. I've got 3 screens in front of me right now and 2 hands. Chelsea coming forward again. Ross Barkley manages to win it before the defender. Here's Emerson putting it into the box. That will be a Chelsea corner. Tammy Abraham's claiming that it hit the hand, potentially, of the defender. But Chelsea get yet another corner. Emerson getting forward, putting the ball into the box. We've already got over 100 likes on the stream. Thank you very much to everybody who's liking the stream. Enjoying this. That did look like it hit his elbow, to be fair. And it was in a bit of an unnatural position, but it doesn't matter. It's a friendly. Mason Mount has gone over to take the corner for Chelsea. Mason Mount puts it into the box. It's a good ball in David Luiz's header. Oh! It looked as though it found its way to Batshuayi at the far post, but he ends up on the floor. David Luiz winning the initial header. Batshuayi not being able to convert at the back post, but still a very, very good start for Chelsea. A darting run to the front post from David Luiz. A good header. Everybody missed it, including Michy. He was onside as well because St Patrick's had a man on the near post who was keeping him onside. We are dominating big time. You are right. We are absolutely dominating big time right now. Preferred 11 this season. Let's talk about that at half time. Let's talk about things like that when the game isn't on, because once we've watched this first half of football, we're going to see a bit more about some of the potential players that could be moving into the Chelsea team next season and how well they perform today. As it goes through, and that is Willy Caballero's first touch of the ball, I think, in the first 10 minutes. Frank's wearing what looks like a sick blue and white tracksuit on the sideline today with Jody Morris next to him. How often am I watching Chelsea this year? I'm hoping to go to as many games as possible. I'm even thinking of moving back to London just to go to the loads of matches this season. Here's Chelsea again with Kovacic on the edge of the area. He's taken on his man. Kovacic now into the box. Are we going to see a Kovacic goal? It comes out. Mason Mount hits the strike. And it's blocked again. I actually saw a video that Chelsea tweeted this morning where Mateo Kovacic was scoring overhead kicks in training. Not entirely sure where that came from, to be fair, considering we've not seen him score yet. But who knows? Here's Ross Barkley on the edge of the area. Giving it to Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham loses out on the edge of the area. Looking for Batshuayi, though. They're looking to link up as much as possible. Davide Zappacosta, yet again, in no man's land, running around like a headless chicken. At the moment, we've got Jorginho in the right-back position. Fikayo Tomori comes over to win the ball for Chelsea. Zappacosta is just always out of position for me. If you're going to go forward, get the ball and do something good with it. Don't leave Jorginho having to cover into a right-back position, for goodness sake. All right, here's St Patrick's now coming forward. They've not seen any kind of spells of possession from St Patrick's yet in this match. That's a nice little knock forward, though. They're playing some neat stuff on the left-hand side as soon as I said that. We're jinxing things a little bit. Now the number 11. Can he get the ball into the box here for St Patrick's? He can. Caballero, indecisive, doesn't go for it, but it does go out for a goal kick as it goes over the number 18's head. Worrying times from Willy, though. He sort of like half hesitated, then half came out, half didn't come out. But he ended up probably making the right choice. 11 minutes gone, 0-0. Yes, let me know your predictions for what you think is going to happen with Chelsea next season in the comments below. 4th place, a few people saying 4th. St Patrick's keeping the ball. Zappacosta, that is a lovely touch from Zappacosta. He tries an 8.5 and it pays off. Mason Mount, that's a nice through ball. Batshuayi, can he get it onto his right? Yes, he can! Oh, Batshuayi off the bar! It's a wonderful effort from Michy Batshuayi, getting it out of his feet, similarly to what he did the other night. Shifts it from his left foot onto his right foot. The keeper was beaten, but it comes off the crossbar. Good football, though. Link-up play between Mason Mount and Batshuayi. Good turn. Gets it out, and it's a good strike. The keeper was beaten, but it comes off the crossbar. Early chance there for Batshuayi for Chelsea. Do I support Chelsea? I mean, kind of says on there, we've got, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we've got the shirt from a couple of years ago there, and the flag is currently covering my bike. So I think that should pretty much confirm that I'm in fact a Chelsea fan, for those who don't know it. Guys, stop putting your own links in here. Maybe just become better, and then people might watch you instead. All right? Yeah. Half an hour into the live stream. Welcome to everybody who's never been here before. Welcome to everybody who was here a couple of nights ago. How far do I think Chelsea will go in the Champions League next season? I think it's the first thing in the Champions League is always getting out the group stages. There is potential that, I think we are pot one because we won the Europa League, which is a big, big deal to miss out on a couple of the big teams. But even the pot two and the pot three and even the pot four teams in the Champions League, there's never an easy draw. The Europa League last season was easy, but in the Champions League, it's never easy. A lot of the teams in pot four are very difficult away matches, particularly some of your Russian teams, your Turkish teams that you could potentially come up against. It's never a nice place to go in the winter on a Wednesday or a Tuesday night. So you've got to be careful. Good turn, though, from Batshuayi again. He's impressing me so far. Batshuayi getting it on his right foot, spreading it out wide to Zappacosta, who gets in a very average ball into the box. And St. Patrick's clear it away. Batshuayi so far for me, the standout performer for Chelsea. Kovacic also having a good start to the game. Here's Jorginho on the edge of the area. We're seeing him getting forward. It's a decent ball into Batshuayi. Lays it off for Mason Mount. Now Zappacosta. Can he get a better ball in than he just did? Lays it off for Mason Mount. He's looking to get it into the box. It's Ross Barkley, sorry. I was getting those two confused there. Jorginho in the middle again. Here's Kovacic on the edge of the area. We're going to see him shoot. He plays a through ball in. It's Mason Mount for Chelsea. It's 1-0. Chelsea lead, and it is Mason Mount, the man that we all wanted to score. 14 minutes into his first minutes at Chelsea during this pre-season, and we get the desired result that we've all been looking for Chelsea, for Mason Mount, the man that played under Frank Lampard last season for Derby. He's back at Chelsea, and it's a lovely little finish. Kovacic with the through ball. Mason Mount, good first touch, and he puts it in the bottom corner. Lovely little finish over the top of the keeper. Chelsea 1, St. Patrick's 0 in Ireland. This is big. Mason Mount. I feel like this is going to be a big talking point in the video that we make after this stream today. So happy for him. So happy for him. It's these games where he's got to really stake a claim if he's going to break into this team next season. And obviously, if he does well, the likelihood of him going out again on loan is not as high. So we're going to block this guy as well. Welcome to the block gang. Link streaming, tvliga.com. Get out of here, bro. Not sure why I went American. Happy with that. Very happy with that. 15 minutes into the game. We're 1-0 up. And it is our man. The man that we all want to see. Mason Mount. Get in. Frankie Lampard. Frankie Lampard. Oh, Frankie Lampard. Come on, Chelsea. We've got Mason Mount. I just don't think you understand. He came through the academy. He's better than Ali. We've got Mason Mount. I think that's going to need some twinging and work done to that. It's not got a ring to it. Does Mount offer more than Barkley? Look, it's too early to say. We've not seen Mason Mount in the Premier League. We've seen him against Premier League opposition, but we haven't seen him playing week in, week out. Ross Barkley's been playing Premier League football now for over 5 years. So it's difficult to answer that question. From what we've seen from Mason Mount so far, and Ross Barkley to be fair, Chelsea in general in the opening 16 minutes of this match have been good. All right. St. Patrick's with a corner, looking to get the ball in. We're going to score a couple today. I can feel it. I'm feeling good about this one. St. Patrick's, and now they're in. This could be an opportunity, and it is, well, if you're in Dublin right now, you might be able to get the match ball. If you quickly run, you might just about get it. I don't know. It's been cleared by Tammy Abraham out of the stadium. If in doubt, kick it out. That is just one of the the Sunday League phrases. I've actually got a book here, guys. This could be quite fun. It's a book of, it's called Do You Speak Football? And it's a book about a glossary of football words and phrases from around the world. So some of you guys are from all over the world. We're gonna take a little look at some interesting ones. So in Jamaica, a salad. Guess what a salad is in football terms in Jamaica? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How am I watching the game? The game is being streamed on the Chelsea website or the Fifth Stand app. I shouldn't be promoting this. I should just simply be promoting that you guys watch me. But it is what it is. Okay, what about this? Let's find another one that's fun, shall we? In the Republic of Ireland, considering we're playing in Dublin, we should go through some of the Irish ones. What is, for those of you that are Irish, a banger? And it's not a sausage. David Luiz, nice ball to Batshuayi. Lovely layoff again from Batshuayi, linking up with Kovacic, who looks at the back heel. St. Patrick's get away with it. Michy Batshuayi is really impressing me here. Zappacosta gives it all the way back to Willy Caballero. A banger, if you're from the Republic of Ireland, that kid who turns up for an under-13s match sporting a day's growth of stubble, neck tattoo and arms hairier than a baboon's. In Ireland, he's known as a banger. Chelsea coming forward again. Emerson on the edge of the area. Batshuayi! And it's cleared. Keeper had already gone down. Batshuayi's shot is cleared. Kovacic again. Back to Michy Batshuayi. Holds it up again. Gets it onto his right foot. He's played a through ball to Zappacosta. Zappacosta does make it. Batshuayi again. He's the best player on the pitch right now. This is brilliant to see. Michy puts in the cross. Mason Mount looked to go for the overhead kick. Decided against it. And it goes out for a goal kick. Anyway, in junior football circles is the name for a non-registered player. So basically, a banger in the Republic of Ireland is a player in underage football who's older than everybody else who just rocks up. There you go. You learned something new today. And on that note, we've just lost 40 people on the stream. No, this is great. Michy Batshuayi, Mason Mount, two players impressing. Two players I really want to see doing well at Chelsea. We've got Mason Mount. I just don't think you understand. He came from Derby, back to Chelsea. We've got Mason Mount. Kind of. He's not really got like that name that just has that dragging ring to it. You know what I mean? Guys, the spam in the chat is becoming like a nightmare. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of spam right now, which really sucks. It is what it is. And because I'm streaming from my phone, I'm not sure what I can do. Batshuayi almost got on the end of it. Chelsea are looking good. I do need some mods. I'm keeping a good eye out right now. Okay, Whirly Woo, you are a moderator. I've seen you many times commenting. The links are so annoying. Lucas, I've seen your name appear in the comments of a lot of videos as well. I'm adding you as a moderator also. See, guys, this is why, this is why people comment on YouTube videos, because YouTubers, we do see it. We do see all of the input. We see all of the comments, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all good. Zappacosta getting forward again for Chelsea. Mason Mount's carried his run forward. Zappacosta looks as though he's running into a dungeon and he doesn't know if there's a way out at the other end. Zappacosta, he's got to the byline. He's holding up the ball nicely. He still has it and he gives it to Jorginho, who's struggling to really get into the game so far. Kovacic has had a good start though. Tomori in the middle to David Luiz. These two looking like a decent, solid defensive partnership. Yet more options at the back for Chelsea, which is great. Here's Kovacic. He's playing very well. Batshuayi back to Kovacic. This is lovely. Mateo Kovacic, again, if you're in Dublin, go out. There is a ball waiting for you with your name on it. Mateo Kovacic doing what he does best, hitting the ball over into row Z or the equivalent. Michy Batshuayi holding up the ball superbly. He's had a very, very good start to this game. That is a long way away. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Who got the assist for the goal? It was Mateo Kovacic. It was a really nice ball. Frankie's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We've got Pedro, Ross Barkley, Giroud, Odoi, Chelsea through and through. Again, it needs to have more of a ring. What's my score prediction? I actually said 5-1. I'm going to stick with 5-1. to be honest. We're looking good here. I think it's only a matter of time before we get another goal. Mason Mount to Jorginho. That's a lovely first-time ball. And Ross Barkley tried to find Tammy Abraham. Tammy is he's not getting as many touches as Batshuayi right now. What Batshuayi is doing, he's doing well. Here is Tammy Abraham, though. Can he get a shot away? He's still got it. He's got 3 players around him here, Tammy Abraham. He's holding up the ball very well. Bit isolated here, though, on the right-hand side for Chelsea. Tammy still has it for Chelsea. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. It's a good ball in. Headed away from St. Patrick's. And that's well defended from the Irish team. It's a free kick moving forward, deep inside their own half. We're looking good here, guys. We're looking very, very good. Hi, George. Thanks a lot for affording us the opportunity to have access to Chelsea pre-season games. You know what? Like, £2 a match isn't that expensive when you compare it to the price of going to a league game. £2, you know, it's not everybody can afford it. So these streams are free. There's no ads on it. It's not annoying, I guess. I hope not. So yeah, hopefully if you can't afford the stream or you don't want to watch the stream, then this can suffice. The rabbit does look pretty interested in the match, to be fair. Mate, you enjoying what you're seeing, mate? You said yes, mate. Here's Mason Mount in the middle of the park again for Chelsea, giving it to Jorginho. Turns, nice pass out to the left-hand side. Emerson. Back to Jorginho. Jorginho, you can see he's looking for that ball over the top, but he plays the patient game. Now Tomori. Is that my Aussie accent? You could say that. The bunny is cool. To be fair, that rabbit has been in like 4 of my houses. He's been around. He gets about. Gavin, it said, this is the book by Tom Williams. It said that that's what a banger was. Let's go back to the Republic of Ireland and see what else there is. Oh, an Azanayombo in the Democratic Republic of Congo means to have bad luck. Here's Tammy Abraham in the box though for Chelsea. Could be a chance for a second goal. Tammy puts it on his left foot. Curls one a couple of feet over the crossbar. He's looking a bit frustrated, Tammy Abraham. Okay, let's go back. Republic of Ireland. How good do I think Pulisic will be for Chelsea? I think he's going to be great, to be fair. What channel am I watching it on? It's not on TV. It's on the Chelsea. It's on the Chelsea webpage. Where will Chelsea end up in the Champions League? I think we'll get out of the group. I think because we're going to be a top seed, I think it will be a lot easier for us to get out the group. As for the knockout rounds, we've been, well, look at when we won the competition. Nobody backed us in virtually any of those ties in the knockout rounds, apart from probably Benfica. So I think if we can get to the quarterfinals in the Champions League, as Frank Lampard's first season as a Champions League manager, I think it would be great. Yes, Lucas van Winsberg doing bits as a mod right now. Oh, without question, back heels. This is so much better than the first game. The intensity is up. We're looking at a lot more quality on the pitch. And even the youngsters that are playing, Ethan Ampadu impressed me in the other game. So did Gallagher, but this is a step up now. This is a step up. Mason Mount's come in. He's looked very, very sharp. Batshuayi is looking decent. Here's Ross Barkley for Chelsea. Getting it forward again. Here's Michy holding up the ball well. Good bit of skill. Gets out of 2 challenges and he runs away from it. Michy Batshuayi, this is brilliant. Gives the ball as well to Mason Mount going forward. He's had an almost flawless start to this game, Michy. Apart from a couple of the chance to hit the crossbar. You can't quite call that flawless. But he's looking very, very good indeed. Ross Barkley winning it back in the middle as well. Here's Tammy Abraham linking up with Ross Barkley. Is Ross going to get a shot away on the edge of the area? He is going to get a shot away. Oh, what a save from the keeper. Tips it onto the post. That's a very, very good save from the St. Patrick's keeper. Chelsea, they've hit the woodwork twice now. They're unlucky not to be a couple of goals ahead here in Dublin, Ireland. Tomori, Chelsea retaining possession. St. Patrick's can't seem to keep the ball for any more than a couple of seconds. Davide Zappacosta giving it to David Luiz. Are we going to see another through ball from David Luiz? We saw it many times last season. Jorginho, Kovacic. The lad Eric Malloy, who scored for Bohemians on Wednesday, is on the bench today for St. Patrick's. Oh yeah, he was the trialist. Here's Ross Barkley again. Pings out a lovely left-footed ball to Emerson. Good first touch. Can get out of his feet and get the ball in the box here, Emerson. Emerson, he's taken on a couple of players, but too slow. He's got to offload it quicker than that. 3 players lining up on the edge of the area. Poor decision-making from Emerson. Here's David Luiz commanding the defence line perfectly so far. Mason Mount Tomori. Those two linking up together again. David Luiz. Chelsea keeping the ball very, very well here. It was a good strike from Ross Barkley, my good man Tom HS. The formation we are playing, Afro Lizard, it looks as though it's a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Mason Mount being on the right-hand side of the midfield, but he keeps coming into the middle. He's all over the place in a good way right now. Here's Tomori again for Chelsea, getting forward into the St. Patrick's half. Here's Zappacosta, always looking to take players on. Quite exciting. Gives it to Tammy Abraham, showing his strength there. Abraham, can he get a decent ball into the box? Michy Batshuayi is in the box. Here's Mason Mount, Zappacosta. Poor decision again from Zappacosta. It's a simple little 1-2. But he does win the ball back. Yet again, Zappacosta is hard to criticise him because then he goes and does what he shouldn't do straight after and he does it well. All right, I'm going to see what's in the fridge. Shall we go and take a look in the fridge and see what's in there? Shall I take you guys with me? I think I should. Let's go and turn the camera around. Orientation is locked. That's fine. So this is a nice little red pillow that we got going on. What's in the fridge then? Got a couple of bottles of wine in here. A couple of San Miguel's. Some strawberries, some steak. Decent. I've actually not got a bottle opener, so I'll have to go in there at half time. It's all good. We can wait. Chelsea with a corner. It's flicked on again by Mateo Kovacic. I think we might see a Kovacic goal today, you know. It's a rarity in his entire professional career, but we might do. Drink the milk. Is Reece James still injured? I believe that he is. Will we miss Eden Hazard? Look, any team that loses Eden Hazard, be it the Belgium national team where they've got such an array of talent, the Real Madrid team where they're spending hundreds of millions and it looks like potentially hundreds of millions more, any team in world football, no matter how good they are, who loses Eden Hazard is really going to miss Eden Hazard. He's a phenomenal player. He's been our best player for many years, but it's a new era at Chelsea. It's an exciting era. We've got Pulisic coming in. I'm not going to draw immediate comparisons, but that's the guy we're looking to fill the boots. Hudson-Odoi as well. It's an exciting time to be a Chelsea fan, that's for sure. Here's Zappacosta deep inside his own half, looking to take a couple of players on. Gives the ball away again. Zappacosta, I'm not sure what I'm looking at sometimes. Here's the number 11 for St. Patrick's. Gives it to their number 3, Willy Caballero. That's an easy save. Keeps hold of it well. It looks to me like the crowd here in Dublin is just full of Chelsea fans. There's blue shirts everywhere. Will he be called a legend? Oh, Eden Hazard, of course. Chelsea legend, absolutely. He's one of the best players I've ever seen in football, let alone play for Chelsea. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Chelsea fan. Will the transfer ban injure us? It is to be seen. If you watched my upload from last night, Football Manager, we did a simulation of Lampard's first season in charge with no signings, no sales. And we had a few contract signings for the youngsters. And I won't give anything away. If you've not seen that video on the channel, it was uploaded last night. Here's Chelsea again on the edge of the area. Kovacic looking for Mason Mount. Are we going to see a long-range effort from Mount? He decides to pass it to Tammy Abraham, who looks for the ball back into the box, but Tammy still has the ball here. Here's Mason Mount. 2 men coming to chase him down. Mason Mount keeping the ball nicely. Gives it to Jorginho. Very patient build-up again for Chelsea. Mateo Kovacic gives it to Tammy Abraham. And now it's Ross Barkley again on the edge of the area. Can he get a shot away? St. Patrick's have everyone back in the box. Emerson with a strike. It's 2-0 Chelsea. Brilliant stuff. Emerson, the left back, with the goal. And Chelsea have their second. We can't say it hasn't been coming, but it looked to me as though it was a poor piece of goalkeeping. He should have done a lot better there. Gavin Linden says who will win the Super Cup. Chelsea will, of course. Let's watch that goal back again. We're watching it on the screen now. Tammy Abraham and Kovacic linking up. Ross Barkley decides to be patient, gives it to Emerson, takes a touch, and he hits it. The keeper should have saved that. It wasn't the best strike from Emerson, but he obviously got enough on it for it to go past the keeper. And Chelsea have a second. It is 2-0. Good stuff. We deserve that. "30 minutes gone. We've already got more to shout about than we did the other day. Good stuff. Boom. Mason Mount with the first. Emerson with the second. Just replaying the Ross Barkley effort again there. How do I feel about the upcoming season? I feel like I've answered this one quite a lot, but I'm very excited. I think we've got a lot of players that are going to be given a chance who we've wanted to be given a really good chance for a while. I think that a lot of the loan players that were out last season that have now come back have got exciting futures at Chelsea. So I think for a fan, there isn't really a better time right now to be a Chelsea fan because people aren't expecting us to do very well. And that is dangerous. Willy Caballero. It was a very good save, actually. St. Patrick's, it was actually offside as they look to get back into the game. Tammy or Batshuayi, from what I've seen so far in the opening half an hour of this match, Michy Batshuayi has had a very, very good half. The assist for the last goal was from Ross Barkley, Gavin. Here's Zappacosta for Chelsea. I've noticed how hard it is to do like a radio style commentary when you don't have somebody with you. To do it alone is difficult. Jorginho, back to Barkley, it's flicked over the top. Batshuayi, oh, what a save. Another brilliant strike from Michy. And another very, very good save from the St. Patrick's goalkeeper. It looks like his name is Murphy. Batshuayi there was played in from a nice little chip ball from Ross Barkley. Lovely football again from Chelsea. Instinctive ball from Barkley. Michy could not have done any more than he did there. He's having a really, really good first half. And that is a good save. I really hope Michy does get a goal before he probably goes off at half-time because he certainly deserves it. Corner again for Chelsea. Ball in towards David Luiz. It's headed away. Jorginho is chasing it, as is Batshuayi again. Batshuayi does keep it in play. Brilliant for Michy again. Gives it to Jorginho. Are we going to see him shoot it from outside the box? Jorginho coming forward. Patient build-up again from Chelsea. Kovacic out wide to the goal scorer of the second goal. It's Emerson. Lots of fans in the crowd with Chelsea. May I have your jersey? I should have just asked of an individual player. Good idea from Tammy Abraham, and he cleared away from St. Patrick's. Good pressure again from Mason Mount, and Zappacosta wins the header. St. Patrick's can't get it out of their area right now. This is really, really good. Yes, Jorginho is playing as a DM. Oh, David Luiz, stop it. That is too much sauce for a pre-season friendly. Little flip of the ball over the defender's head. Now Kovacic again for Chelsea. He's been patient, but he's had a good first half. Here's Emerson. Here's Ross Barkley. He's impressed me as well, Ross Barkley, so far. Tamori. He's not really put a foot wrong so far. None of the Chelsea defenders have really done anything. Imagine if you weren't subscribed to the George Benson football channel. Imagine. Like, I don't believe it. Who wouldn't be? No, I'm joking. People are subscribing. We're getting a couple of hundred new people every day, which is sick. Come on, Chelsea. Let's get a third goal before half-time. David Luiz. Ross Barkley again, looking for that little flick off of his heel. Doesn't quite pull it off. I'm watching the game in the 35th minute. And that is as up-to-date as I can get on the stream right now. St. Patrick's coming forward. It's their number 3. Puts it into the middle. Good little bit of link-up play here from the Irish side. Chelsea win the ball back again with Mason Mount as he drives forward. Ross Barkley making a forward run. Michy Batshuayi the furthest forward at the moment for Chelsea again. Mateo Kovacic looking to drive forward. Here's Mason Mount from about 30 yards. Gives it to Tammy Abraham. Good little knock again to Zappacosta, who gets it onto his left foot. And it's a good block again. Zappacosta getting a shot away there with his weak foot. Now Mason Mount looking for the run forward from Zappacosta again. Can he get the ball into the box here, the Italian? Looks like a foul. Zappacosta has stayed down. He's got his head in his hands. It certainly wasn't a foul that was an elbow onto the head. Looks like he's in a bit of pain, but I think he'll be okay. But all we can really say from that, if it isn't a free kick, is that Zappacosta gets out-muscled again. Yeah, I wouldn't want to call this a Chelsea channel. I know that a lot of the content is focused around Chelsea and we're doing a live stream completely dedicated to Chelsea right now, but all of the videos won't just be about Chelsea. Like this morning, we didn't hardly mention Chelsea at all in the video today. Connor Brenter has just subscribed. Welcome. Callum Hudson-Odoi for the number 10 shirt. It's interesting. I think I've heard that Pulisic is going to be given the number 10, as potentially Frank might see him as more of a number 10. Will they all be soccer vids? I mean, yeah, it's George Benson football. This channel is all about football chat. Here's Tammy Abraham for Chelsea, giving it to Batshuayi again, who had a couple of players on him. It looked from the first few minutes of the game as though those two were going to link up well. But at the moment, from what we've seen as this first half has progressed here, Tammy's doing his own thing, Mishy's doing his own thing, and it's not really a link-up. Here's Ross Barkley, lovely touch again from Batshuayi. Ross Barkley gets into the box. Good defending again. Chelsea having a lot of attempts blocked here in the first half. Ross Barkley doing very well again there to get into the box with a driving run forward. Here's Tamori using his strength again to win the ball, giving it back to David Luiz. Here's Mateo Kovacic for Chelsea. He's got Emerson making another run. It's a good idea. Kovacic giving the ball away. Where will the Chelsea finish in the Prem next season? I'm going to say 4th. But my predictions video isn't coming out until the day before the season starts. How do I see Man United going? I think they're going to struggle. I'm being honest. I really think they're going to struggle. Chris Ward, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Just seen that come up there on email. Jorginho winning it back for Chelsea. Here's Barkley. Batshuayi again. Can he get a shot away? He's back on his right foot. Mishy! Saved again. That was more of a tame effort compared to what we've seen. We've seen him rattle one onto the crossbar. That wasn't his best, but again, he's shifting the ball from his left foot onto his right, getting another shot on target. It's been a very good first half from Michy Batshuayi. I've actually got my... Let me show you something. I'll show you 2 things, actually. First thing, this is my notebook for the football channel. I love these moleskin diaries. They're like my favourite thing in the world. Here's Kovacic on the edge of the area. Can we see him get a shot away? Mason Mount looking to put it onto his right foot. We've seen him score from outside the box before. Zappacosta, it's a good effort, good block again. Good play from Mason Mount to shield. Oh, Zappacosta's getting mashed down, guys. So then, my first half notes. If I was the manager right now, what would I be writing down in the famous moleskin diary? I would certainly be talking about Michy Batshuayi as a positive. He's had a very good half. Here he is again, connecting with Tammy Abraham. This time, that's got to be a foul. Or is he going to book Tammy for diving? No, he's not going to book him for diving because it wasn't a dive. McCabe, the St. Patrick's defender. This is a free kick in a very promising position for Chelsea here. Tammy Abraham winning the free kick. It's just inside the D, so maybe a little bit too close. I'm going to finish right in Batshuayi. Mason Mount with 1 goal. Okay, the St. Patrick's keeper's made some good saves. We've got 6 minutes to get Batshuayi a goal. Tom is saying Ross Barkley to surely take this free kick. I expect he will. He's over it, as is Emerson and David Luiz. I'd love to see a David Luiz rocket. Ross Barkley's had a good half. He could finish the half here with a goal, and to give Chelsea a 3-0 lead at half-time would most certainly wrap this game up. Mason Mount is also over the free kick, but it's looking like Ross Barkley is going to run up to it. What are we going to see? David Luiz is not going to be taking it, Tom, because he's gone into the wall, which to me suggests that Ross Barkley is going to try and curl one through or over the wall. Michy Batshuayi is also in the wall, looking to give the St. Patrick's defenders something to think about. Here's Ross Barkley for Chelsea. Step it up. Mason Mount is still there, but Ross certainly looks as though he is the one stepping up for this. He's got his blue Under Armour on in the middle of the summer. Doesn't think he needs that. Here's Ross Barkley. Deflected, and it's another very good save. Makes another decent save. It's the worst wall I think I've ever seen in football. They just split apart, giving Ross an area to hit the ball in. He'd been better off just striking it cleanly and going for pace. And then it probably would have made its way in. Mason Mount goes over to take the resulting corner for Chelsea. Good ball in. David Luiz winning the header again. St. Patrick's goal kick. Good first half. Yeah, it wasn't quite in the corner. Wasn't the best free kick. Would like to have seen Mason Mount take that one. Oh, it looks like it was a Chelsea corner again. Mason Mount is obviously going to go over to take it. 41 minutes into the game. It's a better corner this time from Mason Mount. The good towering header from the St. Patrick's defence. He's going to get another chance to put the ball in here, thanks to a ball from Kovacic. Here's Ross Barkley again, holding it up nicely. David Luiz is there on the edge of the area. Barkley tries the back heel to Mason Mount. It pays off. Here's Ross Barkley again. Patient build-up once more from Chelsea. Here's Fikayo Tomori. Are we going to see him shoot from outside the area? He doesn't. Patient play out to Kovacic, who's hugging the left touchline right now. Emerson, who's made an overlapping run. This is good from Chelsea. Emerson back to Barkley in the middle, holding it up nicely. Batshuayi, can he get it out of his feet again and onto his right foot? Good bit of skill from Batshuayi. Turns brilliantly once more on his left. Oh, it's a brilliant effort again from Batshuayi. It goes over the bar, but he's holding up the ball superbly. He was looking around. He was looking to make the pass before he was going to shift it onto his weak foot. There wasn't anything available, and he turns 2 defenders in one go. This has been a really positive half from Batshuayi. I'm going to go on Twitter at half-time and I'm going to look through some of what people are saying. And if anyone's saying anything other than good things about Michy Batshuayi in the first half, I'll have something to say about it. He's been brilliant so far. 3 minutes to go until half time. There's not really been any stoppages that I can remember, so I think we're probably going to go straight into the halftime break. I might have to quickly run inside and go for a quick wee at halftime. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not going to take you with me. I'm just going to quickly run in and run back out. David Luiz with a good defensive tackle again. Kovacic getting forward for Chelsea. They can't get near him in the middle of the park. That's a lovely through ball. Tammy Abraham's onside for 3. It's another brilliant save from the keeper. Tammy probably should have done better there. That would have been the game sealed. He's not had the best of first halves, Tammy Abraham. He's been quiet compared to Michy. That was his chance. He was one-on-one and he didn't take it. Not the best finish from Tammy Abraham. Chelsea still looking for that third goal here before half-time. Tammy gives the ball away again. Oh, I really, really want him to do well. And I think he's probably going to come off at half-time and we're going to see the same thing happen again. But Tammy's gone over and won the ball back there. That was a bit of aggression. We like to see that. Batshuayi again, holding it up for Ross Barkley. He's looking for the return ball. You can see that the Chelsea midfield are trying to get Michy into more shooting positions because he's playing so well. Jorginho dives in. He looks like he really needs some more minutes. Jorginho, they're getting forward here, St. Patrick's. They certainly don't deserve a goal before half-time, but they're getting forward. But Fikayo Tomori showing his strength and doing very well indeed there. Although someone's just rouletted him through his legs. Here's Mason Mount holding it, and brilliant from Chelsea. Mason Mount getting back, doing his defensive duties well. I think on the page right now, I've got written Batshuayi and Mason Mount as the number 1 and number 2. Ross Barkley has had a very good half, as has Kovacic as my number 2s. And then if I'm going to rate players down into like extra shout-outs, David Luiz and Emerson have also had good halves. Emerson's got a goal, so I kind of guess he deserves number 2. But in terms of the overall performances, if we're not thinking about the scoreline, I think Batshuayi, Mason Mount, Barkley, Kovacic, Luiz, Emerson. Or maybe Emerson, Luiz, in that order for me. All right, here's Kovacic again. Can Chelsea get that third goal before half-time? Forward towards Ross Barkley, but St. Patrick's defend and crowd Barkley with numbers. The number 24 gets it away. Emerson, caught slightly out of position, but he's got the pace to get back and he gets goal side. St. Patrick's, can we see an attack from them? Can we see this Chelsea defence tested before the half-time whistle goes? Doesn't look like it, to be fair. We're dragging them back. This is good, patient play from Chelsea. This is great. This is really good. Yeah, Tom, I agree. Tomori's done everything he's needed to do well. That is half-time in Dublin. Chelsea, far more convincing than any of the other halves that we saw in the first pre-season friendly. It's 2-0 Chelsea. The first goal, a delicate little finish over the goalkeeper from Mason Mount. The second, keeper should have done better, but Emerson converting from outside of the box. Michy Batshuayi, for me, has been fantastic. He goes and embraces there with the St. Patrick's goalkeeper as if to say, why didn't you at least let one of them go in to give me a better shout? But Michy, for me, he scored a goal in the first half of the first game that we saw him playing, and he played some fantastic stuff here in the first half here. So for me, Michy is doing everything he can to show Frank that he deserves a spot. Guys, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom. I will be straight back. We're not going anywhere. We've got halftime analysis to go through, and I will literally be 1 minute. You can count. Oh, all right, I'm back. Hopefully we've not lost too many people. We've not lost anyone. Amazing. Nice one. Whew. That was quick. And I actually got myself the bottle opener, which means that that was more than a productive little trip to the bathroom. What number is Mason Mount wearing? 31? Yeah, 31. Just watching his goal back now. It's such a nice finish into the bottom corner, over the top of the keeper. San Miguel, beer of choice today. Don't drink very much these days, guys. Just casual one, once in a while. All right, half time. I'm going to tweet it out. Half time. Great first half from Chelsea. Mason Mount, Michy Batshuayi, and Ross Barkley, the main men to talk about so far. Come join the conversation about these guys on the live stream. Boom, tweeted it out again. Nice one. It's half time. Chelsea have been fantastic. We've been absolutely brilliant in that first half. I cannot say anything more. We looked so comfortable. And I'm not entirely sure what the second half team that Frank's going to send out will be, but I would love to see some more of those players playing more minutes, because I think they were great and they were absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much to Lewis for retweeting the tweet. Just one of my favourite Chelsea accounts on Twitter is Alex Goldberg. I've just seen his tweet. Good half from Chelsea. Could have easily had more. Many good performances. My top performer, surprise, surprise, is Mason Mount. Good incisive passes, a number of strong set pieces, and a great run that led to a great finish. I agree and reiterate everything said by the legendary Alex Goldberg on Twitter. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see the same team in the second half. It's kind of annoying. It makes it exciting for the commentary, at least on the live stream here, because, well, yeah. So impressed with Michy, though. Just watching now, at that left-footed shot, that was a good save from the keeper. That may have been just going wide. David Luiz's header where he almost got his toe on the end of it at the far post. Someone's just commented on my YouTube video saying, hope Chelsea blast Man United. Don't we all? Someone's responded to my tweet saying, put Kovacic in there. I mean, yeah, Kovacic was like my number 4 player. That chance from Michy where he hits the crossbar, he got so much power behind that to beat the goalkeeper from that close range and it's still not go in. Very, very unlucky indeed. Watching Kovacic here again, linking up with Tammy Abraham. Tammy was disappointing. I'd say that if we're going to rate the players out of 10, which is what we did in the first game, let's go through that and do it now. Willie, I mean, he saved the only thing he had to save, so you have to give him a 6. It wasn't an extraordinary performance because there wasn't anything extraordinarily exciting for him to do. Zach Costa, I'm going to give him a 5. I don't think he was good enough. Fikayo Tomori did everything needed, 6. David Luiz, again, did everything, 6. Emerson got the goal, going to give him a 7. Jorginho in front of the defenders had a very slow start. I'm going to give him a 6. Mason Mount, great goal, brilliant set pieces. He looked very, very sharp. Good run as well that led to the goal. As Alex Goldberg said, we're going to give Mason Mount an 8. Kovacic, I'm going to give him a 7. I think he pretty much did everything right in the first half. He was patient. He was trying to get forward. It looked as though he was trying to get shots on goal as well, which is good. And then Ross Barkley, I'm also going to give Ross Barkley an 8. I think he looked very good in the first half. He impressed me. And then Tammy Abraham, I'm going to give a 5 because he didn't get involved anywhere near enough. And the one chance he had, he really should have converted it, in my opinion. And then Michy gets an 8 from me as well. I think brilliant, to be fair. Who are we looking forward to in the second half? I want to see Billy Gilmore come on again. Imagine, the dream. If we can see Billy Gilmore and Mason Mount in the team in the second half and Michy Batshuayi together. That would just be incredible, wouldn't it? We need Ross as a squad player as we are in the Champions League. Yeah, Ross Barkley can do a job. I've never been one to turn around and say that Ross Barkley is going to be the difference between Chelsea winning the league or not winning the league. He's not that good of a player. Like I said in the first half, Ross Barkley's been a player where we've been throwing out the word potential for far too long. But he's a good player, and from what I've just seen there, I wouldn't want to spend too much time in the live stream today talking down upon him because he had a very good half. I'm excited for the second half. So excited. And by the way, I love doing these live streams. I love it so much. I was so excited this morning. Abraham's movement was pretty good. The movement was good, but I don't think when you're playing with another striker, I don't think his movement was effective enough. I think what Michy was doing, he was doing well enough on his own, and I don't think that Tammy was actually drawing out enough players to give Michy less people to have to take on. Do you see what I'm saying? I think that what Batshuayi did so well in that first half was at many times he had a player on either shoulder and he still managed to get the ball out of his feet and get a shot away and use his strength. Whereas Tammy's job for me in that first half, considering Michy was getting more of the ball, should have been to draw out some of those players that were hugging onto Michy. And I don't think he was doing that as well as he could have been. I want to say good things, but I'm going to be honest. And at the end of the day, this is only the second match of pre-season. At some stage or another during this pre-season, I'm going to have to stop saying that it's early and all this stuff. But yeah. Indestructible CFC has tweeted saying, quality first half and quality stream, mate. Thank you. Who do you think will be top scorer this season? Top scorer. Do you know what? It's hard. It's hard because I don't know who the preferred striker is going to be. I'm going to say Michy. After what I've just seen, I'm backing him. I'm backing my man to the hills. Michy's first touch is Lukaku. No, it's not. I don't know what you were just watching, but his control of the ball in that first half was brilliant. Yeah, John, I agree. Tammy was getting frustrated. It's good to see that. He wants to impress. Yes, Tomer Weiser, Michy over Lukaku. We'll call it that. Best and worst player according to you on the pitch. I don't think anyone was bad in the first half. I think Jorginho looked very much under the pace. But I wouldn't say he had a bad half. Just going to tweet Richard saying thank you for the nice compliment. Everybody likes a compliment once in a while. All right, nearly 300 of you in the stream. Welcome to anybody who is new. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't already. Hope we beat Barcelona in Japan. That's the one I'm really looking forward to. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be going unless something crazy happens between now and the next week or so. I'm supposed to be in Amsterdam for the game against Barcelona, so I'll be doing a stream in Amsterdam, eh? Yeah, that could be interesting. 300, yes, welcome. We have 8 players for the central midfield spots now. Yeah, we're actually pretty stacked, aren't we, to be honest, in terms of numbers. All right. Back in Jorginho at CDM. Look, I think Kante is still going to be the best in front of the defence. I do think we're going to play 2 in front of the defenders like we saw in the first half of the first pre-season friendly. Sources are saying Lampard has told Willian and Pedro they will be his wingers and Pulisic will be fighting for the attacking midfielder position. Thoughts? I think it's very easy for us to get carried away with all of these exciting young players that we're talking about. But we've also got to remember that Willian and Pedro have significant Premier League experience. Before we carry on talking about this, the lineup for the second half is here. Coming in goal, Azpilicueta back, Christensen, Zuma, Alonso, Billy Gilmore in the middle alongside Bakayoko, Pedro on the right, Kennedy on the left of the midfield this time instead of the left of the defence, Kasey Palmer behind Olivier Giroud. Again, another exciting team. Chelsea, Lampard making 11 substitutions at half-time. We're going to see a completely different side in the second half, which is kind of sad because that was such a good first half. But I think it's still very exciting. And I'm still going to stick with 5-1, by the way. Kasey Palmer impressed the other day for you. I wasn't fully impressed by Kasey the other day. Why do people hate on Alonso so much? Off the football pitch, things have happened, which is why rival fans don't like him. I think that he's very slow. Yes, he gets forward and scores goals, but I think that's the strongest part of his game, and he's a defender. He's a left back, so, well, he's actually a wing back, really. So when he's played in like a left back position and less more like a full back or a wing back, he doesn't do as well. But I think, again, as a fan base, Chelsea fans in particular are very fickle about individuals, and we scapegoat a lot of people for poor performances when sometimes they're not even the worst players on the pitch. And I think Alonso gets that kind of rep sometimes. What's the formation now? It looks like a 4-2-3-1 now, with Olivier Giroud up top on his own. Kasey Palmer playing just behind him. Best away day that I've been to. 150% Atletico Madrid away. The reason why I have this tattoo. That was an insane away day. You really feel for Lewis Baker. I believe he got sent home. I think he's been sent back to Cobham. Yeah. Reece James should go for another loan, or is he ready? Geez, that is a good question. I don't think the right back position is a position where we're blessed with great options. I think Azpilicueta is obviously the number one. Zappacosta is a backup. I would rather have Reece James as my backup, if I'm being honest. I really, really would. So I think he's ready. Looks to me as though Sir Alpha Gaines also agrees with me. Reece James is 100% ready. The boys that got sent home today played. Do you know what the score was? I don't. If anybody knows the answer to that, be sure to let me know in the chat. Reece James over Zappacosta. Good first half, mate. You can't watch the match. Well, aren't you lucky you can watch the stream, because we're commentating the second half as well. Going to be doing it live, going to be analysing, reacting, all of the stuff all together. The first half was very good. I think 2-0 is certainly flattering for St. Patrick's. I think 3 or 4-0 would have been a fair representation of Chelsea's dominance in the first half. Just seeing pictures now of Tammy Abraham taking photos with some of the youngsters, signing shirts, signing autographs on the touchline. He's still in his kit. Maybe he's going to come back on in the second half. I don't know if you're allowed to do that in friendlies. Can anyone enlighten me in the chat? If you come off during a preseason friendly, can you come back on? I don't think it's roll on, roll off subs, but maybe you can come on again. I don't know. Or maybe I've just made a really daft, stupid comment. This Mishi and Tammy partnership has really made me unsure as to which formation is our best, because as much as I love the partnership, I also want to see Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic become world class. The good news for Chelsea is, despite a transfer ban, there are options. There are players that we have that have different positives and strengths to enable us to not be a one-dimensional, one-formation team. The score was 7-1. Did we win 7-1? Could Aspi playing left back and Reece James right back work? It could work, but I don't really see why we drop Emerson. I think Emerson's a good player. Billy Gilmore is on the pitch again for the second half. Very excited to see what he's going to do alongside Bakayoko. It's going to be interesting to compare those two again. We won 7-1. Pedro's back on the pitch. We're about to get underway for the second half, guys. Thank you very much to everybody who has stuck around. We've managed to stick at nearly 300 people for the entire stream, which is amazing. We've been going for nearly an hour and a half already. The second half of football, very, very excited for that. Yeah, Lewis Baker, Izzy Brown, Piazon, Trevor Chalobah, Sterling, Ugbo, Gallagher, and Mark Guhir. Guhir. was sent home. We're going to win 4-0 according to Basil Malik. The sound is acting up. I hope it isn't. If there is any issues with the sound, I do apologise. The stream is very basic. It's just my iPhone because for some stupid reason, it's really complicated to stream on a Mac. Why were they sent home? I believe they were sent home because more players came in. So therefore, if we've got like 50 players on a pre-season tour of Ireland, it's a bit complicated. And you might as well send home some of the players that have been given minutes and are very unlikely to play any more minutes in the bigger matches. So I think a lot of the players that went home are players that we won't really be seeing featuring at all. All right, then, second half is underway. Well, it's about to be underway. Olivier Giroud with Kasey Palmer, Chelsea's number 45, in the middle of the pitch, in the sun, in Dublin, Ireland. The first half, St Patrick's 0, Chelsea 2. Chelsea will be looking to build upon that in the second half. Olivier Giroud will be watching the performance of his teammate Michy Batshuayi in the first half and be wondering what he's got to do to get a start at Chelsea. He's been a good servant for us since he signed for Arsenal, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to this team as the lone striker in the second half. Kurt Zouma back in the side again today. Marcus Alonso with his first taste of pre-season action in the Greens of Ireland. Here's Billy Gilmour for Chelsea. Keeping hold of the ball, pulling it back, giving it along the back line to Kurt Zouma. Andreas Christensen in the team today as well. It's a strong Chelsea backline. Azpilicueta, Christensen, Zouma and Alonso. Kurt Zouma playing on the left-hand side of those two centre-halves. Zouma was a beast before his knee injury. To be honest, he looks like a beast now, to be fair. Kennedy not even on the bench. Well, I thought Kennedy is in the team. He's in the box right now. I'm watching Kennedy in the box. Kennedy is on the pitch. I'm telling you. Here's Billy Gilmour for Chelsea. Kasey Palmer now on the edge of the area. Are we going to see him get a shot away? Kasey Palmer straight at the goalkeeper. 1 minute into the second half, we've already seen a shot on target. At the moment, if the St Patrick's goalkeeper doesn't concede another goal, he's a call-in for man of the match. Three in the afternoon on a Saturday, chilling with San Miguel and Chelsea. What more can we ask for, guys? What more can we ask for? We're almost at 200 likes on the stream. If you're still in the stream and you haven't hit the like button, be sure to do so if it isn't too much trouble and if you're enjoying the stream. Christensen wins the ball. Billy Gilmour, lovely knock to Pedro. This is where Chelsea look dangerous. Through ball to Olivier Giroud on his right foot. Saved again from the keeper. Chelsea looking good there. Billy Gilmour and Pedro linking up together. Pedro waiting for the ball to Giroud. But in the end, no one in the box. And the St Patrick's goalkeeper, who's having a very good day, collects the ball. It's a good goalkeeper, man, this St Patrick's guy. Like, he's decent. All right, just checking Twitter. Thank you very much to Scott from Chelsea HQ for retweeting it. Welcome to anybody who's come from Scott's retweet. Here's Kennedy for Chelsea, an exciting player when he goes forward. We'll be looking to see more of that here in the second half. Kasey Palmer looking for a no-look pass to Bakayoko, misses out. And the St Patrick's number 8 with a nice bit of footwork gets it away for the Irish team. Marcus Alonso closing it down for a throw-in deep inside St Patrick's half. Huh. Somebody else has just tweeted it out as well. Can't they hear you? Thank you very much. Very nice. Thank you very much for all of the support, guys, on this stream. It's awesome. Here's Marcus Alonso for Chelsea. Inside the St Patrick's half, gives it to Bakayoko. He'll be hoping for a better performance than what we saw a couple of days ago. St Patrick's headed away. Chelsea looking to dominate the possession the same way they did in the first half. Here's Billy Gilmour. Back to Andreas Christensen along the back line to Kurt Zouma. Driving forward again. He looks like an absolute unit, Kurt Zouma. Getting forward. Here's Marcus Alonso. Give and go with Kennedy, but Kennedy doesn't give it back to him. Zouma. Now Kasey Palmer. Chelsea dominating the possession. Kurt Zouma hits it all the way back to Jamie Cumming. That's his first touch of the ball in the second half of Chelsea's second pre-season friendly here in Ireland. They're 2-0 up after 48 minutes. Billy Gilmour. Out to Cesar Azpilicueta, Chelsea's captain. Forward to Olivier Giroud, doing what he does best. One of the best strikers in world football at holding up the ball. Marcus Alonso, can he get a decent ball in the box? He can! Olivier Giroud goes for it! Kasey Palmer with the second attempt! And it's cleared away. Chelsea there. Olivier Giroud, give him a few more minutes and he definitely would have got on the end of that. It was put on a plate from Marcus Alonso. Could have been, maybe should have been 3-0 to Chelsea. They still have the ball though. Here's Alonso again. Holding it up. Bakayoko. Nice little pass into Billy Gilmour. That's going to be a Chelsea free kick from about 30 yards. Probably a little bit too far out for someone to strike, but we've seen Olivier Giroud hit one in the Europa League there last season. I was at that game, and embarrassingly, I actually was so busy chatting to Rory Jennings when the ball went in that I missed the goal, which is embarrassing. Who was captain in the first half? I don't actually know. Someone's going to have to let us know in the chat who was the captain. Basil Malik says Gilmour will score. I hope so. All right, Marcus Alonso, let's see what you can do to... Oh, my word. It's almost a hospital pass from Marcus Alonso, but Jamie Cumming was fresh to it. That would have been an embarrassing start to his pre-season. Olivier Giroud looking down the other end to find Kennedy. That was dangerous, but good goalkeeping from probably our new number 3 now, Jamie Cumming, after Marcin Bulka signed for Paris Saint-Germain. What an incredible transfer that is for him. Here's Billy Gilmour again, out to Azpilicueta. Billy Gilmour, he's always running around. He's a good player. It's a good idea. It's a poor execution, though. You miss Rory and Charlie on YouTube, on the Chelsea fans channel. Bakayoko again. He's annoying. When he goes in for a tackle, it's just like, it's pathetic. St. Patrick, if this goes in, this is all because Bakayoko is a pussy. That's how you do it. Kurt Zouma comes in, shoulder barge, gets the ball and drives it out of the defence. That's exactly what Bakayoko needs to be doing if he's playing in front of the defenders. Here's Kasey Palmer, though. Good touch from him. Gives it to Olivier Giroud, who dinks one to Pedro. Oh, he got his toe on it, but it was only his toe. Maybe even 2 or 3 toes. And Chelsea would have had a third goal. Great counter-attack, though, from Chelsea. And that started from positivity from Kurt Zouma, getting the ball in the box, winning it back with the shoulder barge, driving it forward, and finding the pass. Bakayoko was just pussyfooting around. Like, what's he playing at? I don't want to say bad things about him, but if I'm only seeing things like that, there's a reason why he doesn't have a future at Chelsea. Kasey Palmer again finds Olivier Giroud. This is great football. Kasey Palmer, he's made the run, but that's very good defending. Shepherding the ball away from St. Patrick's. They have a man down in the middle. Looks like he's in some pain. The referee's blown his whistle. Oh, well, it's been an exciting start to the second half. 6 minutes in, we've had a couple of chances. Pedro almost getting on the end of it to make it 3-0 to Chelsea and put this game beyond doubt, although I kind of feel like it's already beyond doubt, if I'm honest. Alan Flynn Keogh makes a very bold statement saying if Bakayoko can get a bit of form and confidence, he can be world class. Well, if I could get a bit of form and confidence, I could also be world class. It's such a broad statement. Like, in order to gain form, you have to be a good footballer to be able to play well consistently. And confidence, confidence comes from playing well. So, again, it all comes back to the same thing. When we signed him, we thought, from what we saw at Monaco, that he was going to be a really, really great midfielder. But since then, have we seen that? No. But I said it earlier on when people asked me about why Marcus Alonso gets such a bad rep at Chelsea, and I feel like it is that whole scapegoating thing. For a pre-season friendly, and having only been on the pitch for 8 minutes, I won't scapegoat Bakayoko too much. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments. A lot of people rate him. A lot of people disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. Perry Clark says, I think we should let Bakayoko go and give Mason Mount the chance in the first team. Okay. Which Chelsea performance was better? Chelsea 5, Everton 0, or Atletico 1, Chelsea 2? Very different performances. The win in Atletico was the first time that Atletico had been beaten at their new stadium. And they went 1-0 up as well. Griezmann with a penalty. So to go there. Morata's deft header after a wonderful Hazard cross. Batshuayi with the goal after Marcus Alonso, and a deft touch from Bakayoko to give the chance for Alonso to put it in the first place. It's a completely different calibre, but that game, if we're comparing the two, that 5-0 against Everton, I was at the game, was probably the most complete Chelsea performance I can remember in the past 6 or 7 years. It was amazing, that game. Hazard was just electric. He was scintillating. He was brilliant. But yeah, very different matches to compare. Danny Egley says he's played very well in other leagues but doesn't show up in the Prem. Inclined to agree. How many goals will Pulisic get next season? I'm going to say 10. 10 goals. Right, come on, Chelsea. Kasey Palmer. He's chasing it down, and somehow the St. Patrick's defender manages to get away from it. Kasey Palmer looks as though he's out with a point to prove today. He's running around like a headless chicken. He's the number 24 for St. Patrick's. We'll go back into commentary mode for a while. Gives it to the number 6. Olivier Giroud doing what he does. Coming back. It looks as though he's picked up a little knock, though, Giroud. Shaking off his ankle. Here's Bakayoko. Okay. Bakayoko has just played the most simple ball out for a throw-in. I'm standing my ground on this one, guys. He's not good enough. What the flipping hell was that? I'm going to get annoyed. I can tell. I can really tell I'm going to get frustrated in this second half. I hope he does well. That's the thing. I want him to do good. Please don't think I want him to fail. I just don't. Oh. All right. Billy Gilmour wins the tackle for Chelsea. That's how you put a foot in. Just literally put your leg in. That's what we want to see. That's a foul from Azpilicueta. That's not how you make a tackle. St. Patrick's with a free kick just inside their own half. Oh, just looking at the knock there for Giroud. It doesn't look like it's that serious. If he scores 10, how many assists do I think Pulisic will get? Here's a question. How many assists did Pulisic get in my Football Manager video that I posted yesterday? First one to answer becomes a mod. All right, St. Patrick's trying to get forward. Bakayoko with a good block, and that's a decent ball to Azpilicueta. 11, Dippity. Dippity HD is... how do I make him a mod? It's going too quick. All right, Dippity, you were the first one. You're a mod. Here's Giroud. That is classic Giroud, chesting it down on the turn, left-footed shot. It's on target, but it's a tame strike. Still 2-0 to Chelsea. 57 minutes into this game. St. Patrick's 0, Chelsea 2 in Dublin. Looks like the sun's gone in. Chelsea very, very confident right now. Very, very competent as well. Bakayoko has a similar build to guys like Zuma, but the level of physicality in their play is so disparate. It's disappointing. Yeah, that's the thing. He's a big guy. He's got a big frame. And I remember people were saying in the first live stream we did a few days ago that in actual fact, he looked as though he's actually been working out. He looks bigger in a good sense, Bakayoko, in terms of his physical frame. But I don't know, he just can't tackle. Like, trying to watch him tackle it's not good. Okay, some people are annoyed that they answered and they think they were first, but you got it wrong. So, you clearly didn't watch the video. Just saying. Here's Pedro, though, for Chelsea. Olivier Giroud coming back, winning it. It's giving it to Azpilicueta. Here's Pedro cutting into the box for Chelsea. Looking to link up again with Giroud. And St. Patrick's get it away. Andreas Christensen there. That is good defending. No, it's a foul from Christensen. And looked to me like he didn't do too much wrong, just shepherding the ball away. That's it. Dippity HD. I'm going to do... I didn't want to talk about this on live stream, but I'm actually going to be starting up a Patreon soon for these videos because I don't make any money on this channel. And at the moment, I'm spending all of my time making videos for it. So as I'm going to be doing all of these live streams for next season and everything, I'm going to be setting up that. And if you're involved in the Patreon, then moderation for chats and stuff like that is definitely going to be a little perk that I add to the other perks that we had for that. Favourite footy moment outside of Chelsea? My favourite moment, my favourite moment in football was when Drogba's penalty went in. My second favourite moment in football was when Kieran Trippier's free kick went in for England. Like, that was, oh my goodness, I was at the game. In fact, I might even make it into a video and talk about it now. I was at that game, and when it went in, my seat was on the end of a row. So I pretty much could walk down the steps and up the steps, and I was in an area where the majority of fans in that area were Russian. There was a few Croats and a few English, and the only real English people around me was me, and then the guys that were the row behind me also in the row, if this makes sense, if you can picture this. So when we scored that free kick, I was going up and down the stairway with these other 4 English blokes behind me, surrounded by Russians. It was one of my favourite moments ever. Like, it was special. It was amazing. All right, hour mark. Still 2-0 to Chelsea. Looking confident. Jamie Cummings not really had anything to do as of yet. Here's Azpilicueta in the right back position. Gives it along the back line to Kurt Zouma, who, again, is impressing me so far. You look a bit like Hazard. I'll take that. What a beautiful man. Thank you. Here's Zouma again, looking to chip a ball over. It's a beautiful pass from Zouma. Alonso with a decent first touch. He tries to do a little skill around the St. Patrick's defender. He would have been better off just trying to hold the ball, like we saw Emerson doing, for example, in the first half, instead of trying to do something fancy. St. Patrick's again with the ball in the defensive third, trying to build out from the back. Chelsea have been very, very good at putting pressure on. Zouma there gives away the foul. It's the first thing I've really seen him do wrong in the first 16 minutes here. Prediction against Barcelona. Do you know what? I have no idea. It completely depends on who Frank Lampard takes to Japan, who he thinks deserves a start, who he wants to see get some extra minutes. Like, who knows? We don't know. So, and it also depends on what team Barcelona play. I don't expect Barcelona are going to play their first team either. So who knows? Ampadu is the next John Terry. Maybe. Maybe. Am I going to Man United and Leicester? Do you know what? I can't go to Man United because I've got a festival that I'm going to. And Leicester, I didn't get a ticket. So I'm relying on hopefully getting a ticket some other way. Here's Kasey Palmer, though, for Chelsea, coming forward. Gives it to Olivier Giroud, who times his run perfectly. Can he hold up the ball? Chelsea now starting to flood the box. Pedro, Kasey Palmer, all in the box. Azpilicueta's got forward as well. Here's Billy Gilmour, though, for Chelsea on the right-hand side of the midfield. Wins a throw-in. Bakayoko is the next Catamol. Well, there's comment of the day from Eclipse Dylan J, number 14. I agree, potentially. Azpilicueta with the throw-in for Chelsea. Something a bit similar to what we saw in the first friendly is that the intensity isn't as high in the second half from Chelsea. Here's Kennedy, though, for Chelsea. Giving it back to Pedro. Here's Billy Gilmour. Every time he gets the ball, I get a little bit excited. Here's Alonso. Back to Gilmour. Here's Kurt Zouma. On the back line to Andreas Christensen. Chelsea with every man but Jamie Cumming inside the St. Patrick's half. Here's Pedro. Kasey Palmer gives it back to Pedro. That's great football. And it's another very, very good save from the St. Patrick's goalkeeper. Pedro on his right foot. Good little interchange between him and Kasey Palmer. And the St. Patrick's goalkeeper denies us again. Still 2-0 to Chelsea, but it deserves to be a hell of a lot more. Finishing's going to have to improve if we want to get past him. He's a good player by the looks of things. And we keep hold of the ball again. Chelsea absolutely dominating possession in this game. I'd love to see the stats. I've not seen anything on it yet. I'm sure Twitter would be able to tell me. Here's Kennedy. He's won the ball back. That's good from Kennedy. On his left, that is a very good save again from the St. Patrick's keeper. Giroud was not making the right run. He went outside of Kennedy in the end as Kennedy hits a shot from outside the area. He won the ball back nicely. The finish was just ever so slightly too tame. Not enough power on it to get it into the far corner. The St. Patrick's goalkeeper is starting to piss me off. I'm not going to lie. And this is the best thing about doing a YouTube live stream, because if I want to say someone's pissing me off, I can say that. Whether if I was on the radio or doing it for Chelsea or something, I wouldn't be able to say any of those kind of words. So as much as I don't swear, piss me off, kind of, yeah. I mean, I was saying that when I was 10 years old, 11 years old. It's okay if any youngsters are watching. Dagenham and Redbridge, says Susan. What's the score? Well, I'll give an update. It's St. Patrick's 0, Chelsea 2. Chelsea on the offensive, though, again. Mason Mount and Emerson with the goals in the first half. Bakayoko for Chelsea. Takes on his man. That's better from Timmy Bakayoko. Knocks it out wide to Azpilicueta, who's looking for the little one-touch ball to Pedro, but St. Patrick's get the ball away. Christensen moving forward, and Bakayoko wins it back again. Good little spell from him. Azpilicueta. That's a great ball towards Giroud. Good defending again. That was a lovely lofted ball in, similar to what we saw last season, or the season before from Azpilicueta when he was putting those balls in for Morata to head. Obviously, we don't have him anymore, but Giroud is just as good in the air. St. Patrick's trying to get out of their half, but Chelsea are putting a lot of pressure on. Alonso heads it away. Here's Kasey Palmer in the middle of the park for Chelsea. Oh my goodness, stop calling me. Azpilicueta into the box. Giroud heads it away. Here's Bakayoko again for Chelsea. They're absolutely penning them in here. I think the third goal is just around the corner. Here's Bakayoko to Kasey Palmer. Good touch from him. 3 players. Now Kasey Palmer again for Chelsea. Gives it to Kennedy on his left foot. Kennedy whips it in. It's 3-0 to Chelsea. Offside isn't given. Good decision from Kennedy. He could have easily taken a shot there. But Olivier Giroud, in his first half of pre-season, gets his first goal of the pre-season. The resilient St. Patrick's goalkeeper is finally beaten here in this second half. It is St. Patrick's 0, Chelsea 3. There wasn't really any doubt, but if ever there was, Chelsea have squashed the doubt. Now, good play between Kasey Palmer there to give the ball to Kennedy. It looked as though at one stage he was going to take the shot. It's a lovely little dink ball in. And a finish into the ground from Giroud. Be honest, do I think Tammy Abraham gets the opportunity this season? Well, even if we'd say that he doesn't get the opportunity, he's still one of only 3 strikers that we have. We've only got Batshuayi, Giroud and Tammy, so we don't really have a choice. Danny Egley says, good patience from Kennedy and good composure from Palmer to hold the ball up. Good analysis, Danny. I rate that. I like it a lot, eh? Oh. Shut the window. Notifications just come through on my phone. 3-0. Good goal from Giroud. I agree, Mr. B1207410. You knew it was 3-0 before you announced it, as you saw it on Twitter. I've not got Twitter up. I've got the chat up on the screen. I have it up on the phone, but it disappears on the phone. So I have the chat up on the screen on my right, and I've got the match on in front of me. Twitter is not open. So I did not know it was 3-0. Come on, Chelsea. My prediction was 5-1. I can't really change it, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to say 5-0 now. Let's go for it. I want to see goals. I want to see us going for this. Kasey Palmer again, who's had a good half. It's a nice little ball. Billy Gilmore's first touch, though, wasn't up to standard. St. Patrick's now finally have the ball in the Chelsea half. Bakayoko's been done again in the middle. Like, it's too frequent, you know? Like, if you're winning the ball back more than you're losing it, okay, that's okay. But you're not. You're giving it away, and you're Like, he can't tackle. He can not tackle. I mean that. Lucky Rabbit. I think it is the Lucky Rabbit, guys. This little guy over here. Next time I do a live stream, I think I'll be either in Sweden or Amsterdam. So the Lucky Rabbit is going to have to disappear for a while. Somebody has just made a very bold statement saying they think Frank Lampard will bring us back into title contention. I'm not going to add any additional comments to that. I admire the optimism. Let's put it that way. I really do. All right. Marcus Alonso, is he going to deal with this defensively? Again, he jogs around and he clears it away. He's done very well there, Alonso. But for me, he always looks so susceptible to a mistake at the back. Your sister has that picture of the rabbit. Blimey O'Reilly. He gets about a bit. I didn't know that. Or she gets about a bit. I don't know. Is it male, female? I'm not entirely sure. The nicest player I've met. Kurt Zuma, or this might surprise a lot of people, Cristiano Ronaldo. He was so nice. So nice. All right, substitution for St. Patrick's. Glory Nzingo has just come on. I missed the name of the person who came off. I've also just had a notification on my screen from the news saying that Serena Williams was beaten at Wimbledon. Was she really? You met Ronaldo? Yes, I did. I met him in Portugal as well, which is even cooler, I guess. In Lisbon. All right, Bakayoko gives it to Alonso, who, again, just looks so nonchalant on the ball, and I don't want to see that. Kurt Zuma. Christensen. I've not met Messi, no. I wish I had, but I haven't. Come on, Chelsea. I want another goal. 3-0 is great. We've played very well. I just want another goal. Billy Gilmore knocking it forward to Azpilicueta. Looking to link up with Pedro. Doesn't do too well. Giroud is chasing that down. St. Patrick's goalkeeper does his job again. And it almost hits the Daily Star, the Irish Daily Star billboard. What's it like playing at Wembley? Pretty amazing, to be honest. It's great. I thoroughly enjoyed playing at Wembley. Played there twice. Won once, lost once. Got a fair little roundabout go at it. Played at centre-back, though, because you know what these like YouTube football things are like. Everybody wants to score a goal. Everybody thinks they're a striker when they're not. So I always just go in centre-back just so that I can play. Because otherwise I won't get a chance to play because everyone else wants to be up front or in midfield. Little bitching session from me, but you know what I mean. I don't mind. I always end up in defence because if I don't do it, no one else will. All right, Chelsea forward again here with Pedro, who does very well to hold up the ball. Can he get the ball into the box? We've got Giroud in there. It's a no-brainer. Billy Gilmore looks to the pass. He's hit it low. And the second attempt as well, headed away. Billy Gilmore there with a dangerous ball back into the box as Bakayoko loses out on yet another header. Marcus Alonso. And it's a free kick to St. Patrick's. 18 minutes to go. Alonso's complaining at the referee. He just looks stressed out. I feel as though, I'm going to make a statement here. I feel as though Marcus Alonso's time at Chelsea is done, if I'm being honest. I really think that he's been a good servant for us. He's scored goals. He's scored important goals. I remember he scored the double in the game at Wembley against Spurs. I was at that game. That was an amazing atmosphere, and he had an incredible match there, including that brilliant free kick. But it doesn't look as though Frank is going to be implementing a system where Alonso will be a wing-back. So I don't see how he's going to fit in. And I think Chelsea might as well cash in on him now, for being honest. All right, last 20 minutes or so. Christensen out to Azpilicueta. Chelsea, I want to see him up the tempo now. Some of these players need to up the tempo and make more effort because they're not going to get anywhere near this team if they don't. Hello from Singapore. Can't stream the match here. Well, aren't you lucky that I can stream the commentary for you? Let's let you know what's going on. Marcus Alonso in the middle to Giroud. Tries a little flick as Bakayoko tries to make a run, but it just evades him. St. Patrick's getting it away, but Azpilicueta wins it back, given away again straight away. It's getting a bit scrappy here in the middle of the park. St. Patrick's bringing the ball away. Kasey Palmer putting on the pressure, but giving away a foul. Basil Malik also agrees that Marcus Alonso should be sold. Stephen says, prediction for Liverpool versus Chelsea. I mean, you can compare it to the Community Shield, which is kind of like a glorified friendly. The Super Cup is kind of a glorified friendly also. But when it's against Liverpool in Istanbul, it kind of adds an added vibe, I think. So I really want to win the match. I might be going to it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to get tickets for it, and I'm trying to see if a few mates want to go. I don't know. Again, to be honest, it's in between a Premier League game, so it depends how important Frank Lampard thinks that it is as a fixture. I think obviously if he'd have won the Europa League last season, he'd have liked to have cemented the Super Cup trophy, but the Super Cup trophy is kind of a trophy that should half be given to the manager that won you the European trophy that got you there in the first place. So again, I don't think Frank will be that bothered too much about the outcome of that one. I think his eyes will firmly be on the game against United and then the following weekend at home to Leicester. Here's Marcus Alonso. It's another dreadful ball towards Olivier Giroud. It looks like he can't be bothered. I said I didn't want to make scapegoats, but unfortunately, the two players that we're talking about who put in bad performances have put in the worst performances of this second half. Marcus Alonso and Bakayoko have been poor. Kasey Palmer diving in again with another slide tackle, putting in the effort. Kennedy getting back to defend. Here is the St. Patrick's number 9 up against Alonso. Kennedy ends up making the tackle for him. Brilliant there from the Brazilian. Have I got a ticket for the Leicester game yet? No, I don't. If anybody knows anyone who wants to get rid of one, I will happily buy it or take it off your hands, depending on how kind you want to be doing. Christensen, nodded ball forward. St. Patrick's now looking to get themselves back into this game. They're not really showing very much at all, the Irish side. I believe they did play a game in the Europa League a couple of days ago, according to somebody in the first half. Oh, wow, George, I love this streaming idea. Hope for more and have a good life. Thank you. When you say have a good life, I hope that doesn't mean you're disappearing. I hope you're staying. Enjoy. Just chill. Do I think Mount should take the number 8 shirt from Barkley? I don't think Barkley should lose his shirt. I mean, yes, he's not been as good as we maybe would have wanted him to be, but I don't think Ross Barkley deserves to give up his shirt number for somebody who's never played a match in the Premier League yet for Chelsea. So, no, I don't think Mason Mount should take the number 8 shirt, but play the number 8 role. Yeah, I'd like to see it. Pedro's time is up, according to Joshua Nichols. He's not had the best of halves here, but considering I'm basing the majority of my analysis off of what I'm watching on the pitch right now. But yeah, I think the fact we've got Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, two young wingers, it's kind of like the ushering towards the door for Pedro. But a player of that experience and a man who on his day can score a wonderful goal out of nowhere offers a lot to this Chelsea team still. So I don't think Pedro's day is up just yet. Into the final 15 minutes of this match. St. Patrick's 0, Chelsea 3 in Dublin, Ireland. A much more convincing match in Frank Lampard's second game of pre-season as Bakayoko tries another ball over the top that fails miserably into the hands of the St. Patrick's goalkeeper. I'd like to see another goal for Chelsea. We've got 12 minutes to go. The only goal of the second half, Olivier Giroud's goal. Great finish from a lovely ball in from Kennedy. Chelsea load anything. Jamie Cummings not made a single save in the second half. I haven't even finished my beer yet. Best away day. I've already answered that one. It was Atletico Madrid in the Metropolitano. Mental. Limbs. Even though I don't know if any of you have been to Atletico's new stadium, but like it's a classic modern stadium where everyone has far too much room in their seat, so it's not that intimate. So if you can imagine me explaining it like that and then saying limbs and it was intimate, then you get the idea. I think I ended up being sat on a glass railing behind where my seat was, just going mental because I was in the intersection between like the upper end and the southern end of the Chelsea fans. Kurt Zouma gives it back to Jamie Cumming. I think we might as well give him a little mention in the commentary because he's not really had anything to do in this game. He conceded a goal against Bohemians, but it's not a lot he could have done about that. The commentary you're listening to are ripping into Kurt Zouma. I don't really think Zuma's had a bad half at all, to be honest. He's not really had much to do. So I'm not really sure how and why they're ripping into Zouma. If anyone should be ripped into right now, it's Bakayoko and potentially Alonso. Ah, Sherman Allen, you had to come out and say it, didn't you? When are they going to put on Hazard to make it 4-0? If only. If only. Imagine if we had Eden Hazard now, just to come on in Ireland at St Patrick's Athletic FC. Eden, we've managed to go 115 minutes without talking about him. Come to the stream. How did your boy Mason Mount do? He did brilliantly. He scored the first goal. It was a lovely finish. He was in charge of set pieces. He looked very good indeed. Very good. Is Kasey Palmer good enough in the long run for Chelsea? I'm going to say no, if I'm being honest. He's a good player, but from what I've seen so far, and I would want to answer your question, and I would want to go off what I'm seeing, I don't think so. Here's Alonso for Chelsea into the final 10 minutes of the game. Back to Bakayoko. Andreas Christensen, the Great Dane, coming forward. Slides it in towards Billy Gilmour, who's fighting around for it, but he loses out a bit of strength. Just missing a little bit there. Christensen with a very clumsy tug of the shirt. And he gets a yellow card. Rightly so. Andreas Christensen is booked in the second half. So I'm making my comments in the Moleskin Diary about who's impressed me in the second half. Giroud got a goal. He's been decent. Anybody else that I really think has been pretty good? Kasey Palmer's not been bad. But in the second half, I think we're looking at the Chelsea subs bench here, if I'm being honest. From what I've seen in the pre-season matches so far, I think that the team that's out there now are the second string to the first team. And I think we saw a few of those first teamers a lot more in the first half. Christensen and Zuma maybe playing second string to Luiz and Rudiger, although a lot of people are saying they want Rudiger and Zuma. Azpilicueta, I think he'll be in. I think Alonso will be playing second string to Emerson. Bakayoko, if this performance and what we've seen from him in a Chelsea shirt so far is anything to go by, this isn't going to get him into the team ahead of N'Golo Kante, that's for sure. The ball's played over the top though to Pedro. Tries a little back heel. St Patrick's defend it well. Carrying on from that, Pedro, he's probably going to start the opening game of the season against United. Obviously, we've not seen Willian yet in pre-season. We've got Pulisic coming in. Who else is in there? Billy Gilmour, he's not yet ready for the first team, in my opinion. Olivier Giroud, I don't think he's going to start. I think Lampard will use Giroud off the bench. So, yeah, I think what we're seeing on the pitch right now for Chelsea is what we've got to work with from the subs bench next season, if I'm being completely honest from what I've seen in both halves. Kennedy, got to give him a mention. He's had a good game. I'm going to write him down as well, to be fair. I think more as an attacker than a defender. Willian usually arrives to pre-season fat, according to Danny CFC. To be honest, Hazard always arrives to pre-season a little bit overweight. But not that that really matters when you're that good. Here's the St Patrick's number 9. Just 7 minutes still to go here. St Patrick's, they'll be looking to get their Irish fans a goal in this one, although I pretty much am sure that the majority of fans inside this stadium here in Dublin are of the Chelsea majority. Here's the number 24, Kasey Palmer, closing him down again. He's had a good energy about him today, Kasey Palmer. Someone said a moment ago that Iwobi is a B-Tech Kasey Palmer. Interesting opinion. Come on, the Irish. It was a dreadful impression. Kovacic, Batshuayi and Tammy were amazing. I don't think Tammy Abraham was amazing, I'm not going to lie. I think it's easy to say that because we want him to be good. Imagine how good Hazard would be if he slimmed down. I don't agree. I think the reason he is good is because he's got a bigger frame than players that have his kind of centre of gravity. Like, if you compare him to Messi, if you want to start that conversation, Messi's quite... Tammy could be amazing. Yeah, I agree. I think Tammy Abraham's obviously got a lot of potential. Come on, Chelsea, let's go. 7 minutes left until we get into a bit of post-match analysis before we end the stream. Here's Marcus Alonso. Again, pathetic Alonso. Pathetic. He runs. I run faster than him when I go to the bathroom. It's a feeble ball over. Alonso doesn't care anymore. It's evident. So evident. Bakayoko again. Both of them! Bakayoko and Alonso skipping out of tackles. The two of them together are a calamity. They're a disaster. I'm sorry, but they've been awful in this game. The worst two players on the Chelsea field for me. Really frustrating. Really, really frustrating. Literally, both of them there, just like fannying around the tackles. There's another football. Billy Gilmore's just kicked one out. If you're living in Dublin, go to the stadium. That's the third ball we've lost today. Billy Gilmore sending it out of the stands. Oh, not happy with that. It's little things like that that just wind me up because I can see young players out there who are really trying. I can see Kennedy out there who's really trying. And then you've got Alonso who's on like how many thousands a week? Just being an absolute idiot. Billy Gilmore wins it back. He's had a quiet game today. Bakayoko again. That's actually pretty good from Bakayoko. He takes on 3 players, but loses the ball again. Forcing Billy Gilmore to make the foul. St. Patrick's have a free kick. I'm getting annoyed. Alonso wants a move. I think he's doing it on purpose. Well, he might be playing rubbish on purpose, but at this rate, if anyone who could potentially be looking to spend 20, 30 million on Marcos Alonso is watching this, then no one's going to buy him. Even flipping Sheffield United wouldn't want him at this rate. So whatever he's trying to do, I don't think he's doing very well. St. Patrick's put the ball in. It's headed away from Olivier Giroud. Fantastic from him. Chelsea have currently got all of their players inside their own half. St. Patrick's, it looks as though Chelsea are kind of inviting the pressure now as we're towards the end of this match. The game is won. The job is done. It's just for individuals now to make a claim as Kennedy comes forward. Kasey, Palmer and Giroud reformatting that Chelsea structure with Olivier Giroud on his own up top. Kasey, Palmer in the middle. Kennedy on the left. Kepa, Emerson, Rudiger, Zuma, Azpilicueta, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mount, Pulisic, Giroud. Sounds like a good team to me. Kurt Zuma wins the header, but it goes out for a St. Patrick's throw. Probably the best spell they've had in the game here, the Irish team. I say 5 to 7 mil for Marcus if we are lucky. I mean, no, we can get more than that for him for sure, particularly the way that Chelsea negotiate player sales. Derby were the lowest team on scoring goals inside the box. Huh. Come on, Chelsea, let's get a 4th goal. 4-0 would be very nice indeed. Here we go. Go on, Kasey. Here's Olivier Giroud winning it back. This could be the chance for Chelsea's 4th if we're going to get it. Giroud wins it back, holds on, goes forward, still has the ball. That is absolutely world-class attacking from Olivier Giroud. His 2nd of the game, his 2nd of the afternoon, Chelsea's 4th of the afternoon. That is the man who has won the World Cup. That is the man who scored a wonderful diving-headed goal against Arsenal in the Europa League final. He's won countless FA Cup trophies. Olivier Giroud showing his class. He wins the ball back in the middle. He's looking for anybody around him. He keeps looking up. He keeps looking to his right. Nobody comes. And he waits and waits. And it's a perfect finish into the bottom right-hand corner. The St. Patrick's goalkeeper, who's had a good game, is beaten for the 4th time today. It doesn't look too good for him on paper, but he's had a good game. And Olivier Giroud, I mean, Batshuayi was great in the first half. When we're starting to compare them now, Giroud's been just as good in the second half, but the chances that he's had, he's put them in the back of the net, whereas Michy didn't manage to do that in the first half. So a huge claim being staked here from Olivier Giroud to be Chelsea's main striker next season. That is a dreadful tackle on Bakayoko. He's staying down. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Just a slight negative here for Chelsea after the Olivier Giroud goal. Bakayoko stayed down. He's doing a lot of weird things with his hands. Interesting. Now the people are coming out in the comments saying it's hardly an achievement. All right, well, just because we're winning 4-0 in our pre-season friendly, you don't need to get angry about it. Batshuayi, and yeah, okay, I think from what we've seen today, Tammy Abraham is still below Batshuayi and Giroud in the Chelsea striking pecking order, if we're being honest. 1 minute to go. The referee's probably not going to add any time on at the end of this match. Chelsea dominated the first half, dominated the second half. A lot more exciting football, I feel, in the first half than what we've seen here in the second half. The pace not as strong in this second half. Here's Marcus Alonso on the ball. We're into the 90th minute. Kasey Palmer, Bakayoko is back on his feet now. Kennedy keeping the ball again here, Chelsea. In the middle is Billy Gilmour, who's not had as much of an impact in this second half as he did in his performance in the first game that he played in pre-season against Bohemians, but he's done a job again in front of that back line. Christensen forward again to Marcus Alonso, who has won a free kick. Pardon me. Christensen to Pedro. It's a good idea. Giroud just looking to wait for the ball to get to him. He probably should have committed and gone towards it there. All right, that is it. Full time. Chelsea win the second pre-season friendly in Ireland under Frank Lampard, 4-0. Our first win with Frank Lampard as our manager. He looks, well, he doesn't really look anything, Frank Lampard, on the sidelines. Olivier Giroud looks happy. It's been a good afternoon's work for him with 2 goals in the second half. I think what we'll do is we'll go through. I will give player ratings to the players that were playing in the second half, and then I'll give my Chelsea man of the match. I think it's pretty clear that a Chelsea player wins man of the match. We won the game 4-0. Let's start with Jamie Cumming in goal. He had absolutely nothing to do. Therefore, the default is to go slightly better than average and say 6. Marcus Alonso, he's getting a 4 from me. It was not good enough from him. He looked disinterested. Yes, he got forward at times, but it wasn't good enough. Kurt Zouma, I'm going to give him a 6. Christensen, I'm going to give him a 5. I think the yellow card was unnecessary. I'd like to have seen a bit more effort to try and get back goal side instead of just pulling him back. Right back, Azpilicueta, again, didn't really do very much. Going to have to give him a 5. Billy Gilmour in front of the defence, giving him a 6. Bakayoko, giving him a 3. I don't think he's good enough. I really don't. I don't just want to be negative because it's Bakayoko. If it was somebody else playing in the same position, doing the same thing that he's done in this match, I would give them a 3 as well. Moving forward, Pedro, second half, didn't do too badly. Almost got on the end for a goal. I'm going to give him a 6. Kennedy, good ball in for Giroud. I think he fought hard. I think he got back and defended well. Going to give Kennedy a 7. And then Olivier Giroud, I'm going to give him a 9. I think everything he did it well. He scored 2 goals and had 2 chances, really. So Olivier Giroud, for me, gets the man of the match. And simply because he converted his chances brilliantly. And he also made some good decisions when he didn't have the ball. So Olivier Giroud gets the man of the match. I think Mason Mount was absolutely fantastic in that first half, as was Michy Batshuayi, and a big shout out to Kovacic and Ross Barkley as well. It's a very, very good pre-season friendly from Chelsea. St Patrick's 0, Chelsea 4 in Dublin. A great result. I'm just looking now at the rest. I'm looking at our fixtures in the Premier League. We've got Manchester United, Liverpool in the Super Cup, Leicester, Norwich, Sheffield United, Wolves. Some tough games early on, but I'm definitely very excited for our season next season. I'm going to be doing a video probably about an hour after I finish this live stream very soon, because I need to go and have a drink of water or something, and also probably eat some food. Then I'm going to film a video that I'll post tomorrow about what we've learnt from Frank Lampard's second match in charge at Chelsea. I think this was a lot more positive. I think the team that we saw in the first half is definitely something similar to what we're going to see next season, with a few additions in there as well. I've just seen the possession, dominating the possession, Chelsea, 63%. When St Patrick's did have the ball, there wasn't really any impetus going forward. It was mainly just defending and getting it out from Chelsea's attackers. So Chelsea did very well. 30 shots on goal as well today, which is really, really good to see. Yeah, thank you guys very, very much for joining the stream. There's 262 of you in here right now. 224 likes on the stream. If you're still here and you haven't yet liked the stream, it would be amazing if you could just give the stream a like. It just helps the channel out a little bit. Yeah, thank you for all the support on the football channel. We're very close to 5,000 subscribers, which is awesome. It's been a good 2 hours and 10 minutes or so of chat today. Really enjoyed this. A lot more to talk about in the actual football than there was in the opening match. I think it was a lot more positive from Chelsea, particularly going forward. Thanks for the stream and great commentary. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Neuer. Thank you, Cameron Welch. Appreciate it. I've noticed a lot of names that have been commenting right from the start. So thank you to everybody who's been here since minute number 1. It's not easy to commentate alone. I'll tell you that. I've done it with a partner before, and it makes it so much easier to do. So much easier. Thank you very much to the 3 mods, Lucas, Whirly Woo, and I think the other guy's left now, maybe Dippity or something. But thank you to everybody who's been here as a moderator. Whew. Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm going to go now. And someone's just spamming cocaine in the chat. All right, I will catch you guys later. Thank you. If you haven't yet liked the stream, this is the final shout out to like the stream. If we can get it to 300 likes, that'll be amazing. I'm just going to see if we can just boost the likes a little bit before I leave. I'm just like pouring, as they say right now. Still 200 of you guys in here. I'm just going to watch the rest of the commentary post-match from Chelsea.